All right, people, here we go. This is what you asked for, Sick Pat, live and in person.
You gotta go to Ty and let them know.
Oh, yeah, shit. That's all
I'm
right.
still watching them.
Yeah, stay there.
Hey, it just popped up. Sick Pat just went alive.
Yep, click it.
No,
All right.
I meant.
Yeah, I know. Click it.
One of the other guys said Sick
I know.
Pat.
Shit, I better click that off. All right. What's up, Claude Balls? My dude. What's happening, man? No, that is Pat and Kim. Woohoo! Are you, did you click in?
No, I don't know how.
Click on the link. They sent it to you. Just click on the link.
No,
Touch
it didn't.
Where's the, hold on. All right. There we go. There you go, Mama. It doesn't have a chat up for you, though. So you'll just have to participate with me. Take your headphones off. You can...
I'm still listening to Ty.
Oh, all right. Deb says hi, Kim.
He just don't know that you got a show to going yet.
Yeah, he does. We've already dropped links and stuff. It's going out.
Says head to Sick. He just now told him to head to Sick Pats.
All right, there you go. So what's up, guys? What are we going to talk about tonight? What's going on, man? We've told him, get over here. The tires. Fuck's sake. Pat's got a new show. Sick Pat, Sick Chat. Back up and rolling. They couldn't kill me again. Fucking Portland. You got that right, man. What a fucking shit show that is, huh? Commieland USA in spades, bruh. They're out there burning shit down, and the commie mayor is letting them. Dave the Slave. What's up, man? Here, let me fix you all up here. We're gonna do that. And then we gotta do that. There we go. All right. And I do that because that's how I roll. Miriam. You are most welcome. See, everyone is equal on my chat. Everybody is a moderator. And then when dumbass trolls come in, we kill them. What's up, canoes? He passes the duchy to the right. You just got to be the rebel, don't you, man? Murdered. Right on. I'm glad you're happy, Marion. Or he will send in the National Guard. Right on. He has given these idiots far too much leeway. He has been far too lenient. And I understand they were trying to set a trap to make him look like a tyrant, and he didn't go for it. I get that. But that said, he's been far too lenient. I'm in. Hi, Tanya. Good to see you. Glad you made it. Time for some dirty commies to get a free helicopter ride. Hell yeah. Free helicopter ride, flying lessons. Whoop, out the goddamn door you go. I hope that stupid red, green, and blue hair works like feathers too. Huckleberry. Let me fix Huck here. There you go. You're all fixed. Oh my goodness. Bruce Wayne, Huckleberry, Miriam in the house. The whole crew is assembling. I still see no tires though. What the fuck is he doing? No tires, no Dallas. Good Lord. He's probably pissing off the deck. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. The tires in Dallas need to get their asses in here. Yes, they do. We gave them plenty of fucking warning. And this was his idea. Right. Oh my goodness. So, how evil and fucking just rock stupid is Nancy Pelosi, huh? What a fucking piece of work she is, huh? Holy shit. I've only got like a 7-second delay on this feed. That's awesome. My internet is working well. Good internet. Good internet. Schumer and Pelosi. That shit is hilarious. White savior. Oh my freaking God, that meme just makes me laugh every single time. And those idiots are standing there in fucking African slave dress with the fucking, I'm like, what are you doing? Pelosi, you're an old fucking white woman. Get off your goddamn knees and get that rag off your neck, you weirdo. Jesus. Trump is bad. Yeah, Shanti slave garb. I'm like, I'm like, how fucking unaware are you people, man? She shouldn't even get back up. Yeah, just stay down there, Nance. We don't need you. Orange man bad. Oh my goodness. It really was, man. I just don't know what these people, and they have to think that somehow this is going to make them look good. And I'm always asking, like, in what fucking universe of stupid is that ever going to make a geriatric white woman in $1,000 suit look good? I do not see the rationality in it. Largely because I'm convinced there is none. The liberals are retarded. Orange Raj bad. Yeah, dude, you see that shit? And what the hell is that, man? All these fucking people telling us about socialism, running around wearing Chanel and shit. Bitch, get your sackcloth on. Get some equality in your life. For the workers, you miserable cunt. And I use that word sparingly, but she deserves every fucking syllable. Pelosi's great grandfather was Nathan Bedford Forrest, the founder of the KKK. That's awesome. Is that a real thing? You didn't make that up, did you? Because it sounds real. Carpenter. They really are, Carpenter. They really are a fucking embarrassment, man. I'm pretty sure it's true. Okay, man. I'm gonna ride with that. We'll do like that fact checking bitch and give it a mostly true rating. The left, they're so they're unself aware. They have zero self awareness. I figured out that's what it is. They're so wrapped up and obsessed with looking outward for all the answers to their problems that they never ever take the time to look at within. You know, they don't do self examination. It doesn't happen for them because in their mind they're never responsible for anything. It really is a mental disorder. The people that have gravitated to leftism have demonstrated that they've had some sort of weird mass chemical lobotomy. Maybe I don't know what the fuck exactly happened, but they really did take the whole fucking left political spectrum in our country and turn it into a fucking mindless death cult. And I'm not really sure how that happened. Actually, I am. I am, but it's much more complicated than most people want to think about. Yeah. Liberalism is a disease, man. These people are fucking, there's something wrong with them fundamentally. They have no morals. Like they claim to be these moral superiors, man, but they have literally no morals because they'll break any principle that they have at the drop of a hat. So I don't know. It's just it's really, really odd. Video games, tablets, internet, instant gratification, phones that are computers. Yeah, but you know, you would think with the Library of Alexandria literally at their fingertips that they would be the smartest generation on our planet because they can literally know anything. If they want to learn how to do something, all they have to do is YouTube it and copy what they do. You know, they should be the smartest generation that humanity has ever seen, but instead they've turned into these drooling fucktards, and it's really, really odd to me. Yeah, you can say that again, Claude. It is the misinformation age. This is the 1984 George Orwell warned us about. Up is down, black is white, wrong is right, good is bad, strength is weakness. It's all fucking. They've gone full They've gone full communist. They've gone full communist. There's no there's no more of the pretended moderates and all that bullshit. Those are gone. Yeah, right. They just pretend to be righteous. They're a bunch of virtue signaling slobs. And I really they can't be happy like that. You know what they're a cut and paste generation. Jesus Christ, you got it, man. The fucking NPCs, cookie cutter assholes by the fucking dozen. Goddamn colleges just churning them out. Ed K, what's up, man? All right, man. So let me do something here. Let me go and check all right. Oh, a federal grand jury indicts Tennessee Democrat senator who allegedly embezzled $600,000. Isn't that nice? Let's take a peek here. Federal grand jury indicts Tennessee Democrat senator who allegedly stole $600,000 in federal grant money. And this story is by Breaking 911. So, Tennessee Senator Katrina Robinson, Democrat, age 39, has now been indicted for theft and embezzlement involving government programs and wire fraud. Robinson was previously charged in this matter by a federal criminal complaint that was unsealed on Wednesday, July 29th, 2020. On Thursday, July 30th, 2020, a federal grand jury in Memphis returned a 48-count indictment against Robinson, charging her with 24 counts of theft and embezzlement involving government programs and 24 counts of wire fraud. D. Michael Donovan, U.S. Attorney, announced the indictment today. According to the indictment, Katrina Robinson is the director of the Healthcare Institute and a provider of educational and training programs for jobs in the healthcare field. She is also a Tennessee state senator. Oh, that's one more seat in Senate we ain't got to worry about. Having been elected to represent the 33rd District in Shelby County in 2018. Right the fuck on. They're weeding them out, boys. They are weeding them out. The Donald win, y'all. And I also heard a rumor that they're going to go after that Kim Fox chick again. They're going to try to get her nailed on some charges. I'd like to see that. Yeah, exactly, Claude. Well, even then, you still can't hold senator. You can hold any office less than federal office. Oh, nice. Did they solve the case? Trudeau did big scandal of dirty money. Yes, he did. Trudeau is a New World Order douchebag of the highest caliber. Right on, Ed K. You take care, man. We'll see you later. Hurry back, right? 3 hours of that's no fun. Yeah, right. I understand that. I was just saying I was just wondering if you passed a true bill or not. That's legal jargon. Tanya. No drinking tonight for me. Right on. Well, then I'll do your drinking for you. Cheers. Claude. Only 2 no bills. Right on. Called into work early tomorrow. Yeah, right? You don't want to be all fucking hammered still when you're dragging your butt through the door to work in the morning. That's never any fun. Oh my goodness. One more shift than vacay. Hell yeah. Oh, geez. That's early gun smoke. Miss Kitty was still in knickers back then. Wow. Yeah, right. 50 cents a day to take care of your horse. One more day of my piece of shit manager that he retires. Right on. Wish him a happy retirement, man. Putting bad guys away. Right on, man.
Oh, can I go out and go potty? Cat, do you gotta go out and go potty?
Where the hell is the tires? He still ain't here.
Maybe he passed out.
Am I going to have to send out a fucking search party? Miriam, go get that motherfucker.
He probably passed out.
Yeah, I heard you, Mama. He might.
Passed out or did a nosedive off his
thing. All right. Oh, Jesus. They turned your water back on. Excellent. Having no water sucks. We had that problem last week because our well pump quit working. Kim, God bless her, she crawled down in the hole and banged on it a few times, I guess. Readjusted some stuff and it came back on. That thing went out. That's $400 I don't want to spend.
I already replaced 3 of them. I'm on the 4th one right now.
Yeah, Kim says she replaced 3 of them already. We're on the 4th one right now. Kinetic therapy for the water pump. That is exactly correct. Bang on it with a hammer, poke it with a stick a few times. Fucking get that thing rolling. But yeah, we were out of water for a couple of days with that shit.
Which one of you's going out and going potty? Come on.
Hell yeah, it's a pain in the ass to like drag water in and shit. You got to carry the shit in by hand. It's a pain in the ass. It's the one thing in the modern world that I'm thankful for is indoor plumbing. You ain't got to tote your fucking water. The female Sasquatch, Miss Yeti got him. Oh, Dave the Slave, you have a good night, man. Take care, bro. Oh,
Get back, puppy. I know, crackhead, you gotta go out too. Yeah, let Coco go first.
crackhead. That's our dog's name, Crackhead. That's what she calls her pit bull. His name's Excalibur, but he answers to Crackhead, so, you know.
He only listens when you call him crackhead.
Mm. Yeah, I know, right? It's just, yep, Crackhead and Doobie.
And then Coco.
I'm sensing a trend.
And then Coco.
Yes, Doobie is still here.
And Phoebe.
Yeah, now we got hello, weather fishing coffee. Zoom, zoom. There you go. All right. Now you're all fixed up.
That's Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah, now we got the cat, Speedy Gonzalez. You've been snowed in for a week without a shower. Right on, Bruce Wayne. You're like, oh, Jesus. Oh, good Lord, I'm belching.
Well, quit that. Will you belching up? Oh, thank you.
I need a wind guard for my fucking mic, man, because the fan blows on it. Yeah, well, what are you going to do, right?
Well, that's the last marshmallow.
It can't be perfect.
You need to make you a wind guard.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right, there we go. Short attention span. Yes, there was a whistle at the tires. Sorry, I had to mute there for a minute. I was coughing my balls off. All righty. Well, that was fun. He leaves the stream running while he tends to things. Yeah. He just lets it roll. Man, I really, 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 really like this StreamYards gig. Tell him to come to sick bat. Yeah, he's got to get over here, man. He's fucking up. Oh, all right. So let's see. What else? What else is in the news? Herman Cain dead at 74. I have absolutely no faith in the fact that he died of COVID. Like at the bottom of that report, it probably says something like he also had like stage 4 liver cancer or whatever. Somebody said that either earlier. I was like, yeah, he died of fucking COVID though. Oh. Pat, you should play this in the background. Let's see. Can you hear it? Huh. Yeah. I still haven't figured out everything about this StreamYards yet. I'm not sure how to like start putting video back in my streams. As soon as I do figure it out though, I will. 4-year battle with colon cancer. Jeez. All the fucking cancer. It's because of the fucking poison and shit they're putting in our food, spraying in the goddamn air. Autism's off the charts. Cancer's off the charts. Ah, well. It's all going to come back to him. Nah. Murphy, what's up? Share screen and go to tab Pat. Oh, okay. Dallas says, I'm off the charts. Yeah, you are, man. You are off the chisnane. Any video you want to share, if it's browser based, you need to open in a separate window and click share screen. Got it. All right. I didn't put any together for this, so I'm not doing it now. But I will figure that process out and be putting videos back in my feed here very shortly. Probably tomorrow, matter of fact. It's the poison in the 3G, 4G, 5G. Yeah, no shit. You need to share the StreamYard link. All right. All right. All right. So yeah, let me see, where the hell am I at here? There we go. All right. Canoes, if you want to jump on, Phoebe, whatever. Here's your link. And I am going to do that. The link is out. I will be a guest waiting. You will have to approve. Okay. Whenever they tell me what's going on here. Doopy doopy doo. Man, what a day. There she is. All right. Add to stream. Murphy, what's up? Carpenter Patriot, add to stream. That makes 3.
I just want to be one of the first on.
Right on, man. Oh, I'm loving this format. This is fantastic, dude.
Okay, I had to mute it. You might have gotten an echo. Can you hear me?
I sure can. I am reading you 5 by 5.
Alrighty. So
You're a little muffled though.
yeah, I don't have. This is my backup laptop. See, they just keep frying my shit, right? So I'm 3 computers down from doing live, and they fried a phone.
Right on.
So I want to make sure that yeah, okay. So you're muted on YouTube. I got like something. It's actually a dude's radio show, and I think it would be really great for everyone to listen because, like I've been saying, everybody, Executive Order HR 5404. So I found this one guy that does a radio show, and he did this like 2 years back, and it's
Right.
all about HR 5404, right? So that's
Right.
really cool. If you'd like to share it. So StreamYard's very easy to use. You know I'm a tech tard
Right.
and I like to maneuver it. So you might be getting a little reverb. Let me put the speaker over there. It's up to you. I don't know if the dude is like copyrighted.
Yeah, I don't listen. I don't want to. That's why I want to like pick specific videos because I don't want to take any more copyright hits.
Um, like I said, he is. I'm gonna turn down my main volume. This might help. Um, you can your biggest copyright, like you don't get a copyright probably on Dan Bongino because there's really no visual content. This guy's
Right.
an absolute radio show, and I would encourage everybody, just
And go out, go
everybody,
potty.
Copyright. That's right, man.
to listen.
Going
And,
out and
and
going
there were
potty.
two. So I was looking up the HR 5404, the executive order, and what that is, guys, is basically we're going back to the gold standard.
Come here, Coco. I think
So,
you can
and that takes effect. That was a backroom executive order, and if anybody remembers, Trump was like, "Oh yeah, we got the gold." Trump said, "Yes, we found $24 trillion." And this was all with this HR 5404. And this guy is, his station is called Unleashed, and his name is Jeremy, oh, what is it? Hanson.
Need to make
And
Twitch to
I,
have a backup channel. All right. Yeah, I don't know how to. I don't know the address information for Twitch yet. I'm gonna get that from Wiz.
so I mean, it's a 54-minute show. He does have music intervals, which I know when that has, and I can literally just block that out. He has some advertisements, unless you yourself want to like listen to it and have all that control. But I'm not going to do anything to get you banned because we freaking missed you, Pat.
Right. Yeah. Why don't we just hold off for tonight? I'll talk to you and we'll get links for it and we'll put it together for tomorrow night.
Okay, well, in the back room here in your there's a backstage where you and I can communicate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy that link
All right.
and oh, there it is. Uh, so, and I want to let everybody know so y'all know that I've dealt with. Here's the first show. I'm just gonna add the link.
All right.
And he did one other show after that. That show was called Trump Executive Order Wanta HR 5404 Goldback Winning. The second show that he did right after it, and it goes into the JFK killing. It goes into how the deep state's been selling, has been stealing money forever.
Right. Right.
Um, So this is stuff that I think everybody's gonna love. The next show was 3 trillion stolen. Obama Sentinel Energy Deep State Info Control. So these things they were done like April 2018 and
Okay.
March. So I'll pop the links in the back. Do some
Well,
research.
I
Listen
got the
to.
first one bookmarked already.
Okay. I'm putting the second one. Hold on, I had to refresh it.
All right.
And some great news, everybody. So, y'all know that I got a screwed up household and I tested the house. I got toxic mold. I had a little day of the house. So, he was very patient. I babble sometimes.
Right.
He got all the information. He sent me an email. I think he's going to take the case because it's when sometimes when you live in a manufactured home, the land isn't actually the same owner. So, but it's still all family. And one of my main things was besides, Kev getting a death sentence and me being constantly sick for years, I told the guy, I said, look, it befuddles me because I could say something to a neighbor or somebody else can, and they can be kicked out. It doesn't matter whose house, but the landowner does it. But
Right.
I did work for the landowner, and they never made the lady close the place down knowing that we had toxic mold. And so the landowner probably has more money than the landlord, although when her husband died, I kind of think that she was left off pretty good.
Right.
And maybe she's got an IRA tucked away and but I have renter's insurance, and the renter's insurance, they denied the claim. So I
On
just
what
got a lawyer.
basis? Why did they say that they were declining your claim?
Well, on most insurance, you're covered for wind damage, water damage, but you're not covered for mold. But you can't get mold without water damage
Right.
and moisture, because water damage creates moisture, which creates mold.
Allows the mold to grow. Right.
Yeah, so the place exploded, and within 4 days, it almost killed the two of us. So my old site, my Wilcox site that I couldn't get into anymore, I
Yeah.
directed that nice lawyer. I said, "Look, man, I put up a slideshow, and you can see the physical damage. You could see where my hands would turn burning red, and literally I was on fire, and
No
and
kidding.
and all he said to me, he's like, "You need to make that private." I said, "I can't. That's just the way YouTube is, right?"
Yeah.
They took all my information. They wouldn't allow me to sign in. They just said I didn't exist. I said, "All
Wow.
that stuff's up there, and there it is." And I got it on another computer, and so the good news is, and I said, "Look," I said, "if I walk out of this with $1 and knowing I won, and that place can never be rented, it's condemned," I said, "I'll pay your fees."
Right.
So, yeah. So he knows I'm very, and everything's closed. COVID, like I'm calling the Board of Health, I'm
Oh
calling the
yeah.
EPA. Nobody wants to listen, Pat. No, nobody's got time for this. And I'm like,
Right.
no, you don't understand. This place is killing. I'm packed. I got mostly everything out of here. Now I got to go through $100 a month just to keep the shit that the insurance ain't gonna pay. That's $70,000 worth of shit. Now I got to take on $100 a month, and just saying. I mean, but an attorney bit, an attorney listened, and so I
Right.
haven't opened his email yet. He sent me some forms, which is probably a contract, and he said, "I want 5 years since you lived in that house. I want your medical records." I was like, "Oh yeah, my neurologist was treating me for Parkinson's," and I
Jeez.
said, "Oh yeah, if you guys remember my old channel, I look like a total ditz bag, and that was after the house exploded with the mold. I was like a total retard. I was
Wow.
like, eh. And so I had thoughts, but I didn't know how to convey them. So I had to like relearn everything.
Wow.
Yeah, well, my best hope is this place gets condemned, and like I said, if I just win $1, I won, right? It sure, wouldn't I like to think? So there was a couple, and the man got diagnosed. They lived in this house, and they had had 5 leaks, and they didn't know about the five. So the man ended up being diagnosed with Parkinson's. A healthy child ended up with learning disabilities. And
Wow.
the woman is flying for her job, and she had like the sudden nosebleed. Well, then she sits next to this guy, and they start chit chatting. And he'd asked about a leak. Well, he was a mold specialist.
Oh.
Well, blah 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 blah. So
Right.
anyway, the house, literally when the guy got the Parkinson's, like it didn't run in his family, it didn't make sense. But his Parkinson's was actually misdiagnosed. It was caused by the mold. with child's learning disabilities. So they turned it into their homeowners. And the homeowners, now this is a multi-million-dollar home. They're like, yeah, we'll give you 250,000, probably because it wasn't covered for molds either, right?
Wow.
Well, they fought it. I mean, it was a multi-million-dollar home. They left everything. They just left.
Yeah.
Well, well, after it went through court, they had won like $8 million.
Oh,
So,
wow.
but I mean, you got to fight for that, and it's not like I don't have the medical records. Not like Kev doesn't have the medical records.
Right.
The lawyer was like, "Hey, well," I said, "Look, he's going one way, and I'm going another. We have fought so much over this house. There's no repairing us." And and he's got his issues. I'm hoping the best for him, but you know come on, 3 years. What I've been telling everybody, oh yeah, we're gonna move. I've been packed and ready to move for 2-3 years, who knows how long. Canoes, take it away. I don't hear canoes.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, folks? Can you hear me?
I can. Pat's muted. I think he muted himself on accident.
Yep, I sure did.
Okay. Hey, this is such a simple system to work. Um, and what you can go to a share screen in your little things, like you see how it's very easy to approve us. But
Yeah.
when you share, you can go to a tab if you got a show coming up and say you want to do 1 minute of Tucker, a
Right.
little clip. So you just share them, but once you go to that tab, you can't see your chat room. You can't move from the tab. That's the whole thing. But you
Right.
want to your sound. You want to hit play. You'll see where the screens like go into an affinity, and then you hit that tab. You're stuck there. But can you take it away? I'm going to hit mute.
All right. So what's on your mind tonight, Canoes? What are we talking about, man?
Oh, I don't know. I'm all out of whack because I kind of slept all day and my
Right.
brain's not functioning, the way it should be at this time of night.
I hear you. I've
I
done
think
that
I think
myself.
all I got to share is
Fireball. Canoes has called it, folks. Smoke them if you got them.
smoke 'em if you got 'em.
My goodness. The goat has spoken, indeed.
420 somewhere.
It's 420 somewhere. That's right, Kim. Oh, my goodness. Oh, well, let's see. We have let me see here. I can't find my damn phone. Now the thing's gone missing. It's probably on the kitchen table. Yeah, well. Let me do it this way.
Oh, right there it is. Under the.
Yeah, there it was. Yeah, I got it. I'm just going to Google it like this. This new computer is awesome. Let's see. It is currently 4:20 p.m. in Kali, Hawaii. I'm going to assume that's somewhere in Hawaii. It is 4:20 p.m. in Antioch.
Sounds like
Antioch. Yeah. Antioch sounds like it might be Alaska. No, because they're not in the same time zone, are they?
How's it spelled?
Aniak. Here's one. Hana Pepe.
Yeah, that sounds like.
All right, that's enough of that shit. But it is indeed 4:20 somewhere. Out in the middle of the freaking Pacific, it sounds like. Oh my goodness. Fire in the goat. Yeah.
Yeah. So I watched this dude named Portland Andy.
Portland Andy, yeah. I've heard of him.
Whoa, hold on a second. I got something planned. Dang it all. So anyway, he'll have like a checkerboard up, and you may actually be able to share that stream. This dude is making crazy money every night. $500. Right now, Riot Action's in, and
Yeah.
you've had that following. You've already got the people. We hook you up with some Cash App. We hook you up with some PayPal. And even if they donate $2.99, yeah, you're gonna get 60% of that money if you super chat it.
Right.
Might want to look into it. I know that most of us are like, yeah, we don't want to monetize the channel. However, this protest riot stuff, this man's been doing it for well over 60 days since it started. He does strictly Portland. Now you might need OBS. You're familiar with OBS. I'm not. I'm no good on OBS.
I'm not either. I got it for a little while before I went off air, and it was really confusing to me. I ended up going back to XSplit because I've got a newer computer now, so it can handle it.
Right.
And I went back to XSplit,
Yeah, the person in our group, I think, that uses OBS and Aaron.
And StreamYards works directly with, the XSplit broadcaster with no issues whatsoever.
I'm a tactard, but if you can chiclet it and you can get stuff from Twitch,
right,
or just show one stream and have a bunch of tabs and show like 5 minutes of what's happening in Portland, 5 minutes of what's going on in Seattle.
Right.
Dude, I know you love Dan Bongino. I know, but it's the times, and I'm thinking.
I hear you, Murphy.
I'm a moneymaker, right?
I know what you're saying. I get it.
So it's just an idea for you that while the times are the times, if you can monetize, might be a good idea. I'll give you your first $5 too, right?
Hell yeah. I rolled a fatty. I'ma get it. Right on, Miriam.
You gotta cash that shit out and tack it to your wall.
I framed that sucker.
You can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Says my mic's muted.
I'm
looking on YouTube. Duh.
Yeah, there's a delay.
Yeah. So anyway, that's just a thought. I mean, I got a Cash App on mine. Cash App's really cool if you add it. Put it in your description. If anyone wants to donate, they can use their PayPal to donate to it. And it comes up on your phone. So as soon as
Right.
somebody donates, it'll go doing, and then you go, "Oh man, thanks for the donation," and then you give that praise to the chat room. I never got that far. Some dickweed tried to fry my BIOS chip on my
Right.
brand new laptop. The thing wasn't even 9 months old, but
Oh, Jesus.
yeah, right. So I was smart though. I'm like, I'm going to the pawn shop. I'm gonna buy me $100 special for a backup.
Right.
So my voice is still heard on the internet.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, Tanya. Siri and Alexa are spies. They are
I would
ninja spies transformed into the shape of little canisters. Do not invite them into your homes.
never.
They are evil. Bad Google. Siri bad. That's right. Bad people on Alexa. Oh, that's correct.
Hey, did you hear today, Pat? Pence's his motorcade. They got in 2 accidents. You know how
No,
they usually clear all the road? There was a
yeah,
dump truck on the road. So just last week, not even a week ago, Nancy was like, "Oh yeah, I'm second in line for presidency." You
right.
know, and please
She
second
can't even,
in line, I tell
count.
you.
Yeah, I know.
So,
She's so horrible.
well, but technically, the Speaker of the House is third in line. So you gotta like X-bay the president, X-bay the VP, and that. But she specifically said she was second in
Right.
line.
Right.
Then today, VP gets into not one, but 2 motorcade accidents in the same day. Pence is
Right.
okay, guys. So can we say, I don't know, planned? That's
it,
it.
it 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 does look a bit suspicious.
uh, it's not like she said it last year. Like if anything ever
Right.
happened to the VP, I would be sad. She just said it last week. Oh, and then she called it the T rump virus
Right.
and said 55 million people died.
Right.
What the flip is wrong with these people? They plumb lost their mind. They can just lie at will.
Yeah. You are exactly correct, and that's all it is. They just get up there and lie, and they don't care because they have no morals, and they're just shitty people. You know?
Well, and there's no consequences. Look what Shifty did.
Yeah.
No consequences,
Yeah.
none whatsoever.
You're absolutely right.
So there has to
That's
be
why
accountability.
I'm really hoping. Like I got to tell you, I can sense a lot of tension in the conservatives, man. I've been talking to a lot of people, and a lot of people are really, 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 really angry over this shit.
They're hair triggered, man. It's like
They
I
are
think I
these
think
I these people that I've been talking to are ready to go to war over this shit.
I think patriots are trying to behave because I mean, there. If one patriot does anything, we know
Right.
He-Man's gonna be just brutalized.
Yep.
So I think after the elections, if this shit continues, we're gonna give them what's coming to them. Because we've been sitting here, we've been beat up, we've been drug out of cars, we got shit written all over our streets,
Right.
and enough. We're watching politicians lie, then we're watching the mainstream media taking one small clip and making a narrative that they want to fit the story, and it's
Right.
not the truth.
Exactly. That is exactly how they play the game. The
Yeah.
problem is that they're largely exposed now. I mean, like even everyday people and shit now and shit I talk to, they're like, oh yeah, I fucking fake news, CNN, and it's like, yeah, people know, you know what I mean?
Well, most of all, these Democratic run cities, what's going on is they're allowing they're saying, oh, peaceful, peaceful. No, these people have been burned out. They've been
Well,
looted.
right. I
This
mean,
is
that's
their
their word
living
game.
wage.
That's all. That's the leftist word salad game that they always play.
All right, but this was the Democrat voting base. These were the good taxpayers. They're now fleeing the cities. These people are like,
Right.
I'm getting the five out.
Yeah.
They want to go to the suburbs.
Yeah.
They
They're
want to
getting
be
the fuck out
anywhere.
of the mess that they created for themselves. I'm
Well,
of
I
the
just don't.
opinion that they should be shot on the freeway or sent back to live in the shit that they pooped.
Yeah, because
Right, and
all
I
it's like what they
hope.
want to do when they leave California and go to Texas. You
Yeah,
know, they're
right.
not going to change their political viewpoints. They want to just go somewhere else, but bring their liberal ideologies with them.
Right.
Yeah, well, a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
like
people
you
need
already
to stand
ruined
up.
one place. Do you really want to do that again, you idiot? You
Well,
know?
and we need to stand up and say, leave your voting practices behind.
Yeah, right.
Look, I don't. At 18, I registered as an independent. So
Yep.
I didn't want to be committed to one party or
Dude,
another.
I
I
was
always
always an independent. In fact, I used to joke that the only thing I would never forgive Trump for was making me vote Republican.
uh, you know what? But being an independent, you could vote Democrat or Republican. You can swing either way. That's the
Yeah.
beauty. You're
Well,
not committed.
I am a pretty conservative dude, man, and I typically vote right.
Mhm.
But the thing is, I've never been a joiner. You know what I mean? I like wherever I see the herd going, I run the other direction, and
Well,
that's just kind of my nature, you know. So I've always been an independent. I want to make my own decision, and I don't want to be beholden to any, political party's dogma.
right. It's not about a party. It's about the best person for the job. And with the internet, we can research back to where they
That's
were in
right.
elementary school.
Yep.
So it's more about the best
Hell, if
person
you pay
for the job.
$15 a month, you can literally find out just about anything about just about anybody.
Yes.
You
yes.
know, it's craziness.
Yeah.
But I mean,
so,
it's all public information, so it's really not like a horrible like invasion of privacy or something. But
my mama, she was straight out a Democrat, and my grandma was a Republican.
nah,
When I turned 18, they were like, "Who you?" So like they had this internal war. This was back in the 80s. Of was I going to
Tanya,
be a Democrat
welcome to the
or
stream, Tanya.
Republican?
Testing.
like-
Hello.
Tanya.
Was
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're really clear.
Oh
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Right on. Okay, so go ahead, Murphy.
Yeah. So there was an internal war in my family, and I was like, I'm going to fix you both. I'm going independent because I didn't want to choose a side.
I ain't picking neither of you.
Yeah, right. So, but it had occurred. I voted mostly right, being an independent. But it's not about a party. I mean, really, no. Come on, Ross Perot never won. He was an independent. But I voted for
Right.
him.
I
But he was
voted
a
for him too, dude.
businessman. Right, and he was a businessman. What's America?
Yep.
It's a business.
Look, I knew back then what America needed, and he was it. But they pulled they dropped the deep state bomb on him, and he couldn't stand up under the pressure.
Yep.
You know,
And I
that's
think-
why I love Trump, because it's like, did she jump out? No,
I was trying to
Yeah.
read the chat.
Yeah,
I
she's
can't
back.
read the chat from this, and
that's all right. I got you.
pressed, I don't know what I pressed. I'm on here with my phone. I can't see the chat at all. Like, what do you
Yeah,
press
that
if you're on
happens when
your
you're
phone?
using your phone.
That's just the downside of using your phone to chat, because there is none.
Oh,
So you either chat through the mic or not at all, I guess.
Trump was that extraordinary person that kind of knew business, and he had that I don't give a flying fig attitude.
Yeah, but it's his resilience, man. The man did they drop a ton on him and he doesn't even flinch. You know what I mean?
But he takes all the bad crap that they're doing. You know what I mean? Like he mentioned HCQ. I don't know. That's never
Right.
gonna.
Shit, they just outlawed it in Ohio. The fucking pharmacy board decided they know better than the fucking the FDA and the fucking the doctors, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I don't know where they get this authority. I got some people to call tomorrow, and I'm gonna make some road calls. to my representatives and shit, man. I want to hear what the fuck they got to say about this.
So North Carolina was one of the first
hi, Emerald.
North Carolina was one of the first states that got mandated for the masks. Here's my issue. Besides, I struggle with PTSD and but I cannot wear that mask. And then I
Right.
live in a house with toxic mold. I went to the dermatologist. I touched that mask to my nose. It turned all red, because it's on me. So
Right.
masking me up is a death sentence. However, my governor made
I found out how to read the chat, but
he made us
Can't
wear a
type.
medical device for a medical issue, which is basically practicing medicine without a license.
Right. Right.
Then he never made exclusions for people with disabilities like me. And you look in they say people with PTSD, they're exempt. So he never said, okay, stores, you have to open 2 hours a day for people.
Right. Look, no, that's why I called my governor's office, man. And I called them and I said, why the hell am I on house arrest? And they said, what? And I said, why the hell am I on house arrest?
No,
I'm really
Raj,
concerned
we're not
about
playing
this.
AC/DC.
And Raj, you behave. And
Raj,
I told this lady, I said, look, I have a medical issue that doesn't allow me to cover my face and nose with anything. I said, I can't, what are you saying? I'm stuck in my house until you all decide you're done. And she kind of laughed and she said, no, you're not on house arrest. There are medical exemptions. And I said, well, nobody said that.
right.
You know what I mean? You didn't say anything about a medical exemption. You just said everybody's got to wear a fucking mask.
On the 4th of July, I had a man verbally attack me and then stalk me in the parking lot. I thought he was going to dox me. And I told him, I said, look, I have a medical exemption. He said, I saw on the news last night there's no such thing. But there should have been. See, in the stores, it's like a medical mask is required. And when other people follow it and they see somebody like me, they think I'm just trying to fuck the system, and I'm not.
Right.
And I'm like,
no, that'd be me. I'm just trying to fuck the system. I'm not wearing their stupid fucking mask.
Well, legitimately, I can pull out a whole bottle of Clonopin and shake them.
Yeah, legitimately, I have COPD and can't put anything over my face or mouth.
There you go.
But beyond that, I really do just want to fuck the system because I'm not on it. You can't, motherfucker, you don't have the right to fucking just decide for me that I'm going to wear a mask. Fuck you. It's the shit with it's the same shit with the seatbelts.
Yeah, I'd like to see somebody try and force me to wear a mask. Just go ahead and try it.
That's right. Absolutely. We'll see how that works out.
We'll see what happens.
It gets even better than that. So check this out. So these governors are making these mandates. Not only did they exclude people that are disabled, not every store like Walmart, Food Line, they're not making provisions for disabled. They have to have a ramp, they have to have a parking spot, but they are excluding us. Now, let's go one further. Who has driven to a store and saw dirty, nasty face diapers laying on the ground
in the parking lot? Yeah.
Yes.
We were talking about that the other night on the game. I said, if this shit's so serious, why don't we have biodisposal everywhere?
Exactly. That's my point. So 2 weeks ago, I called the EPA, the health department. I'm like, I don't know, COVID spiking. You think maybe nobody made provisions.
Right.
Like, I don't know, my governor's practicing medicine without a license and forgot to figure out how to dispose of biohazard waste. These masks that are laying around, maybe that's why we got more COVID.
Right.
So if Walmart is making me wear a mask to get into their store, well, most people,
good night, with the fishing cup.
Hand out a mask. Why don't they have that nice little bin with a little red bag that says biohazard waste?
Hey, Phoebe,
have to dispose.
You know why? I'm going to tie it up for you. Check this out. It's real simple. Watch this. Because it's bullshit.
I I know it is, but hold on.
What's up, Wiz?
Check this
Play
out.
stupid games.
Because it's
Stupid games,
bullshit.
stupid prizes. No, it is, but hold on.
You know what? Yes. Check this
Play
out.
stupid games.
What the hell is that echo coming
Who's
from?
echoing? Stupid prizes. No, it is, but hold on.
You know what? Yes.
It was me. Sorry, I got it. I just had to.
Yes, play stupid games, get stupid prizes. If COVID is that contagious, then why don't we all
echo.
get together and say, yeah, these are biohazard waste. You're having protests. They're all over
Wizard,
the street.
you got echo on your end.
I cleared it.
He fixed it.
So here's what I'm saying. I spent like 2 days. I called the EPA. I called slush fund, biohazard waste. The only thing I can think is maybe I need to waddle down to my freaking sheriff's office and throw charges because my governor mandated it. Everybody had to wear a mask. These
Right.
stores are like, you cannot enter without a mask. Who is taking care of the biological waste? Nobody. So now we got people just throwing masks away in the regular trash or throwing them, they're blowing out
Right.
their car. So I think this might be a way that we can all attack the system on that simple little thing because nobody put into the provisions, not only for disabled people, but the disposal of biohazard waste.
Right.
I'm thinking, right?
So what do you think, Wiz?
What? Kicking ass? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You know, whatever.
Yeah. No shit, man. I was like, I'm enjoying the break.
Right on.
Right. Good to go, man. You gotta look like you got your stuff all hooked up.
Yeah, almost. I'm like almost up to speed. I got a couple of questions I'm going to call you on the phone and talk to you about with the StreamYard stuff.
Right.
But I'm seeing that this is just, you know, easy on easy. So
Oh yeah, so much easier than all the software.
yeah, dude, this is crazy easy.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you, man. I was like, wait, I couldn't wait.
It does like half the work for you. No shit.
Yeah. Yep. And it's
Once you hit that share screen, Pat, if you have a tab up and you hit that share screen,
Right.
like if you're just doing yourself and you go to that tab, if you have Dan Bongino up, it'll share that tab that you bring up. The only thing is you don't have communication with your chat room unless you have like a phone, you know what I
Right.
mean, and you're logged in, but you can't see any of that.
Okay.
well, in StreamYard, you can share your screen and it'll put it up on, it'll throw us all off to the side.
Right.
And then it'll put your image up there and you can see it. Well, you know, whether it be, you can flip back between that screen and the StreamYard screen.
Uh-oh. It's time to change wizards.
Oh, shit.
There we go. All right.
Oh, okay. That wizard.
Yeah. He's next in line.
He's the next in line.
Yeah.
Don't make me get out my booking one.
Start whacking motherfuckers around here.
That's right, man. I'm gonna zap some motherfucker. Shit. Of course, mine's a 30. It's a 303.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or I could get out the AK. You know,
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
303.
Oh, dude, I absolutely no shit and not overly patting myself on the back or exaggerating. I'm a surgeon with an AK, dude.
Right.
I am a fucking surgeon with an AK. I'll make a motherfucker think I got a fucking sniper rifle with one of them bitches.
Right. Well, you know, it all just matters where you point it.
That's right.
I think there's some magic trick to it. I'm here to tell you.
Yeah. You just got to point it the right way.
Yeah, you can point it in the right direction. And body armor, let me tell you, boys.
And to get to top of Everest, all you got to do is climb it.
You get good enough with putting that getting that spot.
Yeah.
And body armor ain't a
I've-
problem because
I've
there's nothing they put on their eyes that can stop a fucking AK round.
Right. Especially not anywhere close, you know?
Right.
If you let me get within 50 yards of you, you're a dead man.
Well, yeah.
With an AK, it's gonna bust through a vest like butter. Unless they got plates and shit. But
like I said,
at that point, who fucking cares? You're not gonna get them with anything less than a 50.
One shot headshot or you're done.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's the way I look at it. I ain't gonna pray, I'll tell you that.
We were all out at the clubhouse one night partying, and there was about, I don't know, there's 50 or 60 of us crammed into the clubhouse that night. And these two dudes, the one guy's got this new fucking 45, right? It's a 1911. And he's showing it off, and this dude gets to bragging about this fucking body armor. And I don't even remember exactly how it came about, but what ended up happening was the guy ended up standing in front of the dude with the gun with his arms out at his side, going, "Okay, go ahead, shoot."
Oh,
dude,
shit.
he learned a fucking valuable lesson about fucking bulletproof vest. Just because the bullet doesn't go through doesn't mean it doesn't feel like you're getting hit in the chest with a sledgehammer. It blew him off his feet, dude.
I was gonna say it pushed his ass into a wall.
It did. It blew him off his fucking feet, man. And everybody in the fucking house was just laughing their fucking asses off, man. And it's loud as fuck because they shoot the gun in the house, of course. You know, these fucking idiots. Drunk bikers with guns. What could go wrong?
Right. Oh shit! I've seen that story before. Those motherfuckers is crazy.
Yes, sir.
Hey, canoes.
All hail the goat.
I was gonna say, do I hear a goat? I don't hear a goat. It's a stealth goat.
It's a it's a stealth goat. Holy shit. I didn't even know they made those.
I know, right? Technology, baby.
That's that nanotechnology.
Hey, canoes, I went to Six Flags again this past weekend.
That's where all our textiles are going hard to work at. Making stealth goats.
I was gonna get you one of those goat thingies. Remember the Ike goat thing at the ring toss deal? I was gonna figure out what I was gonna do it, and they didn't have them anymore. They had something else on them.
Oh, what a ripoff!
I was like, dude, what happened to the ones with the I goat on it? And she goes, "Oh, you want one of those? We don't have those here right now." I was like, "Duh."
Well, thank you, Captain Obvious.
Right. Yeah, but I was like, damn it. But as soon as I see one up there, I'm going to go after it, though.
Nice.
Get you a I goat alien or something. Yeah.
That's the sound of a grinder, folks.
Oh, man, you're tearing it up.
Well, yeah, for mine, I have to.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I like just ripping it. And then
otherwise, well, I got this little glass piece, man, that I like smoking out of, and it's just a neat little pipe, but it doesn't like rough broke weed. It likes its weed nice and finely grounded. And so, that's what we came to. We came to an agreement. I grind the weed. It lets me smoke.
Yeah, the world is good.
And the world is good. So I'm like down with this,
Larry's expecting me to start up the show because I came in to start up the show. I was like, oh shit, I'm late. And I was like, wait a minute. Sick Pat's. Then the notification came up. Like, oh no shit. Well, I gave Larry, we got Larry's got a phone now. Got him a phone. And I gave him the link to the game.
Right.
So he's expecting me to pick up the game, and it's like, no, it's not here. It's he's on the back patio and shit, waiting for me to start up the game. He's like, what the fuck? What do I went in here? I can't find it. It's like,
what are you gonna do? Singularity. What's up, man?
Hey, Singularity.
I see you sneaking in over there.
Hey, where'd Canoes go?
I don't know. He just dropped out.
He does that from time to time. Falls off the wagon.
All right.
But you know, like a trooper, he gets back up.
Oh yeah, it's all good. Nerd friends and COVID-19 lockdowns got me into gaming. Well, damn it, Dallas.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm gonna send. I guess I'll send him a link. Hold on. I'm gonna find my phone here a second. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, all these years, Sick Pat. I was just like, I didn't know if he was ever gonna come back,
dude. I wasn't sure I was gonna make it either. It was a rough ride, bro. We had some really shitty moments, man. But you know, it's all good. I'm more or less healthy now. You know, between the doctors and Kim's good food, you know, it's fixing me up real good.
Cool. That's what I was, you know, man, we've been keeping the light on between Bear and Aaron and the game. We've been keeping the light on, brother.
Hell yeah, dude. I completely, I don't even, you know what? I was fucking humbled. That's what the fuck it was. I was like, these motherfuckers dug their heels in and carried this boat the whole time I was gone, man. I was super proud of my peeps.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You guys did great. Beyond great. You guys did perfect.
It took some doing, I'm telling you. We was all over the place for a while. Oops, I got that channel. Oops, let's start another one. Okay.
Right.
Everybody's calling and sending emails and shit.
What's the new hideout?
Right. Where's the rave, bro?
Where's the rave, bro?
What we say?
In 2 years, I've lost one desktop, one laptop that was 32 days old, and another laptop that was not even 9 months old.
Jeez.
And they blew up my flipping phone when I called them out and said, this is what's going on. So there's evil people out there that didn't like the truth or what was posted, and they know how to.
If you remember, Phoebe, they hit me a couple times. They roasted 2 of my computers, man.
They nailed your BIOS chip.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what's happened to me. Actually, I called into a friend's show. He had a laptop that was 2 weeks old, and when I exposed what they were doing, that 2-week-old laptop, and he took it to the Geek Squad. He got it at Best Buy.
Right.
He's like, what happened? And they said, your BIOS chip fried. And he said, well, is that normal? Well, he already knew. We did a show.
Right.
My phone that night got red hot fried. Never turned on again. Never.
Oh, jeez.
Was fried. So,
holy crap.
Dude, they blew up my damn phone when I exposed what they were doing. So my other laptop had a terabyte, and with the BIOS chip, how they do that, it's not a virus. Somehow they hack your computer and they send you a file, and it's Dunbear told me this.
No, it's just
it's
an
called an
instruction
overstuffed
flash
file.
It's an
So
instruction.
instead of,
They
you
call
know, a regular file might be 52 gigabytes or 10 whatever bytes.
Right.
Okay, so they send this file, and most computers they have like I don't know 500 gigabyte. I don't know. I'm a dumbass. So what they do is they make this. They
Don't feel
do have
bad, Phoebe. You know I'm
computer.
tech-tarded as well, man.
All right, but they hack your computer. They don't send you a virus. They send you this file. All the scans I did, everything. I had very good protection. The
Right.
only thing I didn't do was have a VPN. So if you can get a VPN, get a VPN. Look like you're broadcasting. StreamYard is very easily hackable. If you look to my very last live show I did, the very first comment was from a person called Ghost, which has never been in my chat room, never left a comment.
Right.
So I went to that person's channel and they had nothing, no content, no nothing, but
Yeah.
they were sub to one person that had the same icon. I followed that. It was a Brit gamer. The message that person left was nice content, bro. And I was fried. Now, I can still make that laptop work. I need to go in. What I'm going to try to do now, it's saying it's missing the boot drive. So I'm going to try to take all my information off, put it on a memory disk, you know, the stuff I want.
Right.
And I'm going to try to reset it back to factory settings because I'm getting like stop codes and everything's blanky and cutting out. So,
the one that fries the thing that fries the BIOS is a machine code instruction set. Okay, they call it the nuke. Okay,
the nuke.
Called the nuke. And it nukes your hard drive and then wipes your BIOS. I mean, it nukes your hard drive. It erases the instruction set in your bootstrap of the hardware.
Jesus.
Okay, and then it gives an impossible instruction to your BIOS that it can't answer, and it ramps all energy into it to try and solve it.
Right.
Okay, and blows it up. It's a tic-tac-toe kind of thing. Okay,
Yeah.
is what we used to call it. I know about these things because, well, there's some involvement.
What do you think if I take my important information?
I may or may not have been there, Senator.
You remember the guy that got arrested and put in prison for making that encryption set?
Yeah.
I knew him.
Oh, right on.
Till they disappeared his ass in the jail, you know.
Wiz. So I still got enough. If I hit F12, I can override all that and bring everything up temporarily. So do you think if I reset it back to factory? Excuse me?
That's safe mode option, but you don't have all the capabilities of your system.
Yeah, but I'm thinking if I reset it back to factory settings, it'll reset that boot drive. Because normally it's an overstuffed packet and it fries it where you can't get back on. So I'm thinking,
yeah, effectively you may be able to reinstall.
Well, that's resetting it back to factory.
That's how. Well, now you're on a laptop.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it was state of the art. It had terabyte memory and
you're gonna need a disk.
Yeah,
you're gonna need a disk.
There's no disk player.
Okay. Well, then you can get it on a thumb drive.
Yeah, download.
Everybody's closed except maybe the Geek Squad at Best Buy.
Yeah. We got a kind of a small town computer guy here, man. He's just like, there's just like 3 dudes that work in the shop and fix computers, and they're pretty good, man. They've been good with our stuff.
Dude, nobody's open. All my small town shit, nope, closed due to COVID.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy shit. And
I figured
It's
all
going to
of
come
that
a time here
stuff.
real soon when people are just going to be like, you know what? Fuck this lockdown, dude. I don't think we're going to let you lock us down. I see that coming.
well, it's
No way they're
you
going to be
know,
able to do a second lockdown. Nope.
I really haven't had any problems this whole time doing whatever I need to do in this area.
Right.
I mean, out here
We've-
we're all like, just like
We've been fairly open. Yeah.
yeah, we've been open and all this stuff. The only places that go stupid about the mask is Walmart. Okay.
Right.
And I mean, everybody else is like, fuck the mask.
Yeah,
Shit,
right.
fuck. You know, oh yeah, okay, we got these stupid plexiglass things. Okay, I guess you're not gonna sneeze on me.
Carpenter hits
Right.
me with a thumbs up.
Right. So in fact, I turned around and I told the lady, I did it just the other day. I used the carpenter effect. Okay. I did. I really did. I walked in and she goes, "You can't come in here without a mask today." I was like, "Really?" I'm not participating. I started walking past, "Sir, you can't come in here without a mask." I says, "Well, you know, I've got COPD. I can't wear a
Right.
mask." And I just kept walking.
Yeah.
And I heard her behind me say, "Oh, okay. Oh." She didn't know what to do because I just kept walking.
Right.
I at
Yeah,
least
when you-
look
when-
like I'm trying to participate. I'll hold it like 3 inches from my face, right? Because I can't be strapped with a mask. There's no way. And they see I'm trying to attempt it, so nobody says a word to me.
Right.
Now, when we go to
Except
Six
the
Flags,
customer.
yeah, when we go to Six Flags, they try to make you wear a mask too. But what we do is we wear the bandanas, and then I have a drink, right?
Right.
And they fill that bitch up anytime it gets close to empty.
Maybe I ought to walk in and crack a beer.
Okay, but you can have your mask down if you drink it,
Right.
and you can be anywhere. So I hold that son of a bitch right up here. I get cramp in my arm and shit too. But it's holding up here like I'm getting ready to take a drink, no matter where I'm at. So the motherfuckers ain't gonna tell me to put on my mask. I'm drinking.
Right.
What are you talking about?
So when everything opened up, right, I went to Chili's and I walked in and you had to have that mask. And I'm like, I'm sorry. So I put it up just to my face, right? So I sat down and I ordered strawberry daiquiris galore, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking around and I'm watching these people in masks and they pull the mask down to take a drink of soda or whatever they were drinking, right? I just jammed that straw in my mouth and I made it look like I was sucking it up the whole time till they brought me my food. Man, I had 2 hands going into my mouth like, fuck with me. Okay, just go ahead. Go ahead, because I'm putting this mask on. And I tipped the girl like $8. I was like, thank you for understanding. But I took a poll that day, right? So I was out and about. I did a storage unit, and everybody I encountered, I said, let me ask you something. Do you have really bad headaches at the end of the day? And 6 out of 6 people said yes. I said, did you ever have them before? They were like, no. I'm like, did you ever think maybe it's the mask that they're making you wear? So like, I'm trying to get the people working in the stores that have to be all freaking flavoried up with the mask to the revolt. That's my little red pill. And
but the thing that I don't listen, what I don't understand is that it's so obvious. It's like we keep trying to come up with these interesting and creative ways to flout their bullshit. But we need to step a step beyond that and go back to the very beginning and remind ourselves that it is, in fact, fucking bullshit. There is no way that a fucking mask or a hanky is going to stop a virus from doing a fucking thing. These people are liars. It says it right on the fucking box of the masks. It tells you. It says this doesn't do a fucking thing for you.
Okay.
So I'm like,
here's the way around it, right?
Why are we pretending? Why are we playing along? Why are we pretending like these fucking people have any credibility?
Right, exactly.
But hold on. So because y'all know I am hearing impaired, so they can't drain my ears. I may lose. You know, I'm Murphy's Law, man. If they say there's 60% chance that you're going to lose all your hearing, I'm not taking that chance. However, now
Mr. Murphy is a motherfucker.
Yeah, right. So if anybody's gonna bitch at me because I am hearing impaired, I rely on really reading lips because otherwise, a lot of times with different tones, it's like listening to Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah 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 wah. I depend on reading people's lips. So the next person that gives me shit in the store, I'll be like, "Can you slip that mask down? I'm hearing impaired and I rely on reading lips. So I'm going to
Yeah,
make
right.
them take their mask
Fuck
down.
yeah.
You bitch at me. I'm going to totally screw
Fuck
with them. You know I'm
yes.
going to do
Fuck yes. Get them.
it. So, guys, use it. Even if you're not hearing impaired, just learned it
I
here.
don't know when your name. You have your
What?
thing on your man.
What? I'm hearing impaired. I need to read
I'm
the
hearing
lips. I
impaired.
never learned to sign.
You motherfucker.
Look, okay, so I am hearing impaired. I'm not picking on deaf people or hearing impaired.
Well, I am
right?
too. That's what I'm saying. It's like a black guy saying the bad word because he's black and it's
So,
okay. I am hearing
anytime-
impaired, so I can
Look,
say
Pat,
deaf
here's what we
motherfucker.
do. Anytime somebody tries to communicate, just say, "Can you please slip your mask down? I'm hearing impaired." And I rely on reading lips so I can understand what you're saying. We will screw with so many people.
That is fucking genius. I may actually film this.
Yeah, right?
This may end up on my YouTube channel for real.
Look, man, we got to scrape Wiz off the floor, man. He's ready to fall. Dude,
I'm just saying.
I'm telling you.
I dig.
Look, imagine how scared I am. What if a cop pulls me over and he gives me certain directions and he's wearing a mask? I can flip and get shot, right? And I'm
Yeah.
not the only one.
Right.
I rely on reading lips. Okay, if they say, "Okay, put your hands up and walk backwards towards me," I'm screwed. I'm screwed anyway. Right. I've had my encounters. However,
I'd be like, "You heard of Murphy Law? I'm Murphy."
right? So, guys,
Oh,
I kid you not. You can use this just to screw with these weirdos that are flipping out because they're wearing a mask and you're not. So play along, right? Just
No.
play along.
Just like
Screw
Carpenter
with
said, you should
all
see the
the
way people look
there's
at you when you
deaf
walk.
people in America.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And you should see the way people look at you when you're not wearing a mask in the Walmart.
Yeah, right. They look amazed, don't they? You
Yeah,
see
they're
their
all
eyes get real wide.
They're like, "You're not wearing a mask." I don't know.
Oh my God, look at this guy.
But make them slip that down and say, "I'm sorry, I'm hearing impaired. I cannot." They will do it. I'm telling you. You know why? Because people.
That would be a
still-
good one at the greeder.
Yeah,
Or
Carpenter
what you like to wear.
Patriot. I made that point, Carpenter Patriot, last night. I said, you watch a real virologist handle a virus, and they're sealed in a fucking hermetic spacesuit, man. They're like head to foot with the air pumped in and everything, man. That's the only way to safely handle a virus, and they fuck that up sometimes.
Well, Fauci came out today, guys, and he's saying, "Oh, you need goggles." And
Yeah,
a
what a
suit
fucktard.
and the mask. I'm like,
How
what the
about
fuck?
my notebook here and my dang wetsuit and my flippers, and that's the best I can. Maybe I can wear goggles, but I
Well,
can't
you know
wear
what? I know how to protect myself from a virus, and it's called a baby deagle. It's right there, baby.
There you go.
Right there.
That fucking settles it.
That does. It really does. I gotta wear a mask really quick.
That little garden gnome, man, I wanna plant freaking morning glories and strangle the fuck. That little garden gnome.
But to be honest,
you know what? I don't want to sound and like come off like just a total asshole, but man, I have no respect. There's certain authority that I respect. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
There's authority that I respect when there is obviously earned authority and someone is a position of authority because they clearly belong there. They know their shit. their game's wired tight. You know what I'm saying? And you just
Yeah.
respect that authority because it becomes painfully obvious that he deserves to be where he's at, or she, or whatever, right? But then you run into these fucktards that you know are fucktards. Oh, you fucking know. Like sentence 3, you're already going, Jesus Christ, this guy's a fucking idiot. And this dude somehow is in charge of you.
Yeah.
Dude, there is no force on this planet that can make me angrier faster than that shit right there. I'm telling you, dude. I get real belligerent with them cocksuckers. I'm like, you don't deserve a fucking thing you've got, and you know it, you piece of shit.
I honestly wish one of you guys were closer to me and we could go to the governor's mansion and we could tape it and me say, Governor, take the fucking mask down. I'm hearing impaired. Please, I can't understand you. It's like Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah. I need to read your lips.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, get him on film too.
Yeah, I'm going to need about 3 beers to do that.
Oh, well, dude, look, I called my governor's office the other day and I was paranoid for the rest of the day that they were going to SWAT my ass. Honest to God, dude. Like, I was just like, I know it's coming. The black fucking helicopter is going to get me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rock this town before I move. I'm looking for land in the Ozarks, either Missouri or Arkansas. Arkansas, they're carting people off to the FEMA camps. But I'm rocking this town before I leave. And
there you go. Hey, rock the boat, man. Rock the boat, bro.
I am, because what they're doing is unfair. It's illegal, and we just have to be creative enough to figure out.
Well, more importantly, it's dumb. That's what I don't. It's so stupid and basic and simple-minded, and I just how are these people falling for this shit?
Last week, the heat index here in North Carolina was 110 degrees. And these dumbasses
surrounded by assholes. Dude, that's what it seems like. It's just like I'm going, where are the other sane people in the fucking world?
Well, they're not wearing masks.
Yeah, right. They're not wearing masks.
I can't breathe driving down the road with my AC on and my windows open. I'm breaking out of sweat, let alone with the mask on, right? I know nobody else can breathe. They're miserable. However, in my little town outside of Rowley, people have been like really kind to each other, except that one little rat-faced bastard that went off on me in Food Line on the 4th of July. Well, here. However, I mean, for the most part, you know, some people, and I'm attempting, you know, I put that mask up. No, I'm rocking this town, dude, and I
blow it up, man.
I find,
get in their butts and make them uncomfortable.
You know what?
I'm going to the governor's office.
Yeah, I don't mean like literally blow it up. Don't take that advice. That's probably not good.
Right. I was just saying,
I like saw you kind of panicking, and I'm like, the hell's on? Jesus Christ, he's having a fucking fit. And then I realized what I said, and I was like, well, I'll file my disclaimers so, like, you know, your popo don't come get me or whatever, or go arrest Murphy. You know, fuck.
Holy shit!
Don't arrest me, man. Come on. All I gotta do is say boo, and they're like, get in the car.
I think they call that conspiracy, but it doesn't mean what it used to mean.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Holy shit.
But no, I had a lady come up to me while I wasn't wearing my mask in the store.
Right.
And she actually comes up and she goes, "Sir, you're not wearing your mask?" I was like, I looked at her with this puzzled look on my face. Like, I was like, don't tell me you believe this shit too. You look smarter than that.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
man. Like, come on.
If they would only read the
oh, dude, no. I want to talk. I want to talk about my really interesting conversation with these nurses tonight.
Okay,
right?
But hold on. The next aisle over, she threw her and her kid's mask on the floor.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. That is a thing of beauty. So look, I take Pops goes to the emergency room. He gets the ambulance ride, you know, and he loves that because he likes the flashing lights and he gets to yell a lot. And oh, my pops is like a big kid, man. You'd laugh your ass off if you spend enough time with him because he just does silly shit, you know. So they get him to the hospital and I go in to see him, and I go in, they give me they measure my fucking forehead and they hand me this mask, right? So I kind of did what fucking Murphy did. I just kind of pushed it over my face and held it there with my hand, right? And then I tied the one piece at the top around the back of my head. I was like, so that's all I'm doing, you know? And she didn't even care. Like, she was cool. And I got in the back there, man, and got to see my dad. And the room is full of nurses. And they're talking and telling me about Pops and what his condition is and what they're going to do. And I grabbed the fucking, I was really getting irritated with this mask over my face because I'm trying to talk to these human beings and I've got this stupid fucking mask on. And so I grabbed the thing and pulled it off, right? And kind of shook it out. And the one girl kind of looked at me and laughed. And I said, they're a pain in the fucking ass. And I said, you guys are medical professionals. You guys know this is fucking bullshit. Look. And they all just kind of looked at each other for a second and then started busting out laughing. And the one girl said, I don't know why I don't hear anybody else saying that.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, I'm like, you guys are fucking medical professionals. You know better than anybody that this mask is absolute bullshit. You people are instructed that your masks are only fucking good in pre-sterilized environments.
Right.
You know, if you're not operating in a pre-sterilized environment to start with, your mask is shit.
And you're told as a medical professional not to wear them longer than 20 minutes at a time.
You're goddamn right.
It causes asphyxiation. Yes.
And hypoxia.
Hypoxia and asphyxiation.
You know, everybody they're making masks out of pantyhose even, right?
Yeah.
That's like trying to ward off a freaking whole army of gnats.
You know, the best suggestion I heard was the fucking the machete guy, Friday the 13th. God damn it. Why am I having a brain fart? It's because I'm high. That's what it is.
Talking about that, it sounds like
Jason Voorhees. There's the name. Jason Voorhees.
Oh shit.
But the guy said he wanted to wear the Jason hockey mask, you know, instead of wearing a fucking hospital mask. And I was like, well, fuck, it'd be about as effective, you know.
Right. Oh, you know, Canoes has got a picture of a mask I'd love to buy and wear. It's the one with the alien stuck to your fucking head.
Yeah.
It's badass, dude. I would love to do that. I would. That's the only mask voluntarily.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Right.
Just freak everybody out.
Hold on. I'm gonna somehow belt a mask across the back of my ass and write, some people say I talk out of my ass. You're safe. I mean, that takes care of gas, everything.
You're gonna watch westerns, hell yeah. Alex Jones, right on, man. Who's making the coffee?
Hey, I got a percolator, man. I perk it fresh on the stove. I'm making
There you
coffee.
go.
And that's why I did it, Carpenter. You told us about it, and I did that to that lady, and she did. They threw their ass down on the floor in the next aisle when nobody was looking, because we walked over them.
You know what, guys? People still have a bit of humanity, and I think if we all play like we got hearing issues. See, I'm actually, you know, Miracle Ear turned me down. I need to have I got fluid behind the ear. So basically, if you put a glass over each ear, that's how I hear normally. But just use my whole thing and say, can you pull your mask down? I have to rely on reading lips. And people have a little humanity and they're going to feel sorry for you.
Right.
And it might end a confrontation. I don't know, man. I haven't been faced with it, but next time somebody goes off on me.
Nah, just do what the lefties do and shame them. Be like, you're not picking on a disabled person, are you?
I saw videos, dude. It's not working good that way. I think you need to declare being disabled. And do it. Pull down your mask. So you're unmasked and they're unmasked, and you'd be like, that wasn't so bad. No, was it? Kind of like after a dentist yanks your damn tooth out.
Yeah,
That
right.
wasn't so bad. Now, was it?
Oh, it's like the chick that Wiz talked to, and she tore her mask off. That's awesome, man. He gave her a little bit of her humanity back. Nice
Right.
job, Wiz.
Right.
Yeah,
I didn't call her stupid. I was just like, I thought you was smarter than that.
I don't know any other way to combat stupidity, guys, except they're very emotional. Play on the emotions.
Yeah,
Just
right.
Play them like a damn fiddle.
Well, and that's what it is. Wiz shamed her. He made her realize how dumb she was being right out in front of everybody.
Yeah,
you know?
There's other people standing around. Right.
You know, and it's like, and that's why I hate these fucking idiots, man. The first thing they, well, everybody else is doing it, you know, and I'm like, yeah, that's my whole fucking thing. That's why I run away from the herd. I don't do what you idiots do. Right. 500,000 people can be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do not underestimate the power of large numbers of stupid people. They can do amazing things. Right. And I just don't want to be fucking caught up in their stupid, man.
Right.
I want to avoid confrontation at all costs. Like that man, I'm telling you, he had a big white truck and he was a landscaper dude. So I put my groceries in my car. He was right behind me. He moved to another line, then got back behind. And the lady was like, what was that all about? And I'm like, I told him I was medically exempt, and he saw on the news. I wish I should have asked, what news was that?
Yeah, right. Citation needed, dude.
Medical exemption. So in any event, I'm just thinking, you know, there's a lot of people I can't understand. And I'm going to use that to combat them. I'm going to be like,
well, fuck, clearly you're not the only one.
But I'm going.
There's a whole shitload of people I don't understand. We could whack off whole swaths of the country with people I don't understand.
I don't care if I got called Fox News.
I used to say that was my only prejudice. People.
Yeah.
I just can't stand stupid people. I don't care what color they are. I just can't stand
I hate stupid, dude. And the older I get, the less tolerance for it I've got. Right. Like my patience usually is about fucking zero with these people anymore, man. I'm just like, okay, you have to step away from me now because you're no longer fucking safe.
Right. I can't. Some of these people, man, I'm amazed at the capability. You hit them hard, they forget how to breathe and just die.
Yeah, right.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's like that old joke about the fucking, you know, it's like that old joke about the kid from California walking down the street with his headphones on, right? And he took his headphones off and he died. And this dude's looking at him. He's like, what the fuck? Dude just runs over. He's like, what the fuck's? Yeah, he's dead. What the fuck is on these headphones? And he puts the headphones on and he hears, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Right?
I think it's that bad, dude. I really do. I mean, swear to God. You see these people will just on their phone and just walking into fountains and off.
I know, man. They're just the dumbest fucking people, and you just I want to throttle them. Most of the time, I just want to grab them by the neck and just be like, "You fucking moron! You shut your fucking mouth and go home before you hurt someone."
That's not working. We're in a world where nothing absolutely makes sense.
No, they're trying to turn it into Bizarro World. That's the whole thing, and it's you know they really are using 1984 as an instruction manual.
Yes, they are, and the rules for radicals for the
yeah, absolutely. You know, but that's just the basic shit, man.
Oh, that's the plan.
If we fight back with facts, saying, "Hey, man, it's like trying to stop a brigade of gnats through a chain link fence. Mask. It's not working that way. And I think that if we literally have to act stupid and say, can you lower that mask? I rely on reading. I think we're going to get a lot farther that way, even if you don't have that disability,
Right.
right? That's a hope, a glimmer of a hope for some humanity for the disabled. Maybe, because see, they don't understand anything else. Those stores don't say, please be kind. Some people aren't able to wear a mask
Right.
and are disabled. No, there's no provision. There's no provision in Walmart. All these signs say, we require you to wear a mask to come shopping. But they
Right.
don't say, please be kind. There's some people that are disabled and can't. And their negligence alone, their negligence for this is why people are getting attacked in stores. Y'all probably saw the videos. People are getting their ass kicked in the middle of freaking Walmart because
Yeah,
you're not
right.
wearing a mask. People, they come in all aisles. One man was in there. He was just shopping for something, and one woman, she just wrote him the riot act, and
A
then
motherfucker tried to assault me in Walmart, and I'm gonna whop his ass with a can of beans, dude. I'm gonna clean this dude's clock like fucking medieval style, man. It'll rip half his fucking head off.
Pat, you know, you and I would be the first ones to go to jail for doing that, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They'd beat the rubber off their shoes to come get me.
Oh, dang.
They wouldn't even have to slow down because they already know my address.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my aching ass.
Assault that bitch with my cart.
You know, I almost want to go full libtard and ram people with my cart. And it's funny. I want to just smack the mask right off their face.
Yeah, right.
I'm not even talking about the silly grin or the shit.
Death by
I'm
beans.
talking just smack the mask off their face.
They were doing a campaign to create fear or something about Antifa and about how badass these guys were or something like that.
Yeah, you're right.
I just was laughing. I was just like, "Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah."
Take the hormone out of the milk, man. They'll go cowering. Little bitches.
Did you get your
these fucking tactical dorks are your fucking hit squad? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Well, where'd you get your qualifications? Call of Duty?
Yeah, right. Yeah. I got 27,000 hours of Call of Duty under my belt, mister.
How many deers have you ever cleaned?
My thumbs are so fast.
Yeah.
The only thing Antifa has, okay, so they crowd around BLM and there's numbers and that's all they have. None of them, I mean.
Well, yeah, that's how bullies operate. I mean, that's kind of their thing, Murphy.
You got one person carrying a flag and 12 of them come up and beat the tar out of you.
Right.
So they have the numbers. You walk into, look, man.
Well, that's why you carry a second clip.
States.
Well, I don't know. It wouldn't be the first fucking parade I tried to beat the shit out of.
That's why you carry a second clip.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so you can reload.
Reload.
Well, here's the great thing. Like, I got a hell of a right cross, right? So,
Yeah.
and Rufio taught me well. Remember Rufio?
Yeah.
He got beat with a freaking pole or some shit. And he freaking did one good right cross. The only thing I learned the greatest thing I learned from him is after that, follow and push them down and hope the concrete finishes them off. You know?
Yeah, right.
The bigger they are, the harder that ground hurts them.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Exactly. So,
yeah, you take out a knee, stop a toe, knee them in the head, and never on the ground.
Yeah.
I know Rufio, that was a knockout punch, but once he plowed him with that forearm, that guy just like hit the concrete a few times with his head. He was out. So, I mean, I'm like 10 for 10 with that right cross. I've knocked a lot of people out, and I'm only 4'11".
Well, it's
Uh,
leverage. You know, you're short. You're getting that upward momentum going and shit.
exactly, right? So I do. I use all my body weight and I jump up and I hit the
She's like a Superman punch into an uppercut.
Right.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
Murphy, let me give you a little trick. Okay. It really works great for women. And they're going to expect you to try and throw a cross or a hit or a punch, right? So you cock back like you're going to do it. Then you stomp on their toe as hard as you can. And when they go, oh, and they bend over, you grab their head and put your knee in their face.
Fuck yeah. You break their
I
fucking
know all
nose.
that. Even
Right.
grab my arm, I know how to get out of it and twist it. I mean, yeah, I'm just.
You're a scrappy little thing.
I am. A lot of times, I think really somebody needs to put a leash around my waist because you can't do it around my neck or anything else. And but no, I'm showing up at my governor's mansion. I'm so pissed off, and I'm gonna rave. I'll call tip line. I'm gonna like set up with me, make this go public because this is what these governors did. They never made provisions for disabled people. And
Yeah, I've never seen any kind of a medical issue come to the public eye where there wasn't exemptions for medical issues. It's just, how do you not do that? So yeah, I can see this falling apart for them very soon.
well, but see, so any establishment you go into, like it's all wheelchair accessible.
Right.
Okay, so I never needed a separate entrance. But then again, nobody ever tried to muzzle me, and that's just not the right way to go. Not with
Right. Yeah.
right. So this is a whole different circumstance. And here's a non-medical person.
Well, we're learning as we go, you know.
Yeah, they're gonna learn really fast. And usually the only way these flippers learn is through the pocket. So
Yeah.
I've been trying to call civil rights attorney, and not only can I wear a mask, but for basic instructions. Like I said, if a cop
Right.
stops me and
Yeah.
he has a mask on him, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I cannot understand basic instructions.
Right.
If he tells me Simple Simon says, put your hands on your ass, I may not understand that. Not
Right.
at all. So this could get me shot. This could cost me my life. Then again, the whole mask deal, I live in a house with toxic mold. If I had a whole box of masks, that mask up around my face, even if I could wear it, could kill me. So look, you only mask up people that are sick. You don't mask up healthy people.
Right.
It's one or the other. You can't mask up everyone. It's we know we all know it's a political thing.
Yep.
The whole thing locking us down. Okay, they didn't lock us down for H1N1, and they want to say, "Oh, Trump did it." No, the WHO said this is what you do, and then Fauci and oh, God, do it. But in the beginning, the reason we got locked down was because masks wouldn't work. And even Fauci said most people don't know how. They don't know how to put the mask on.
Right.
Most masks aren't effective. And then he even said, you can get a bacterial lung infection. I don't know. All these people are going to the hospital. And if
I hear
they
you,
just
Huck.
you have COVID, they're calling it COVID. And not only you, but everybody you encounter.
Right.
15 more people. This is why.
Yeah, that's how they get the inflated numbers. We know what that is. That's them playing the statistics game.
I think they killed Herman Cain.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not playing with this. I'm about to get the news people, and I'm about to go jack up my governor and say, "Spook you!" Right? You didn't make provisions for me and other people, and
absolutely.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it next week. And you know I'm agoraphobic. You know how hard it is for me to leave this house. I'm gonna be on a mission.
Phoebe, you heard they killed Herman Cain, right?
I heard that, and it was odd. He died today, and then Pence was almost like in two accidents. Yeah, that's
Well, what really struck me about it is the way the New York Times wrote about it. It was really strangely worded,
Yeah.
like they were trying to conceal a message in their writing. You know what I'm saying? Like they were.
that.
It seemed
Yeah.
stilted and made. You know what? It seemed contrived.
It did. Even the report did.
Yeah.
The video report.
Yep. So I feel like that was a message to somebody. I haven't figured out which way that's going yet though.
Well, I'm gonna have to look that up. But you know the mystery about the COVID is what if, so we know there's 140,000 indictments. What if T-Man actually used the COVID undercover like Hanks? He had the COVID.
Right.
Then there were weird pictures that really looked like a jail cell with him and his wife.
Yeah.
So what if
And now Tom Hanks is hiding in Greece.
Yeah. He's a Greg Simpson now.
some people say he was put to death in Australia, and other people said he was wearing an ankle monitor. We see what's her face, the little gay lady, and
The little gay lady.
yeah, right. So we're seeing all these people, and there's a bulge in their bottom of their, not even like their.
Yeah, it looks like they're wearing ankle bracelets. It really does. I've watched the little videos and shit on it.
But okay, so here's the one thing a lot of people don't know. Okay, so the stuff I gave you in the back channel here, we are going back to the gold standard. So there's been a lot of riff. I mean, like when the Clintons were in power, they sent $600 billion supposedly of gold to China. It was painted tungsten. So this swamp is so deep. They've been stealing money from the people for so
Yeah,
long.
and remember, I keep telling people that it doesn't stop at the fucking Washington D.C. fucking line either. The swamp is in every single one of our towns. They got a tentacle in your fucking city council, probably 3. You know.
Yep.
And
starting with the Secretary of State.
Yeah.
They make a good score, then they throw the money back. And like when I got fried that night, I was going into foundations, and there's a site NNDB.
Canoes.
Look up the Close Up Foundation, and there's a site NNDB.
Right.
And that's a national database, but it's the biographies. So what did I find up in the Close Up Foundation? I found over 50 of our senators, Lindsey Graham, Nancy, Shifty Schiff, even Schumer, freaking who's the dude for the Republicans, and all these people are sitting on this board. So here's my thing. It's conflict of interest. Why are we hiring people to go to DC to do our bidding when they can sit on a nonprofit board getting
George Carlin told us all a long time ago it's a big fucking club and you ain't in it.
That's right.
Now look.
Right?
Now look. These people have been running loose on this shit for a long, long time, though, Phoebes. And the problem is that they're running out of fucking shadow to hide in.
They are.
We've been slowly turning on the lights, man, and backing them farther and farther into the corner. And we knew that when you back a fucking animal into the corner, it's going to attack. This is going to get nuts, and it's going to be crazier than this on the closer we get to the election.
Oh, it is, and even after the elections. But let me tell you something. So when you go on to the NNDB site and just type in the Close Up Foundation, you scroll down, Not where all the names are clustered together, but one by one. So you click on that name, it tells you even if they are a Mason, if they're a Shriner,
Yeah,
every
right.
school they went to, every board. I found one dude, I haven't gotten through all the names. I found one dude that sits on 6 boards. So then I go over to the Golden Leaf Foundation, which is North Carolina.
Well, but look, this is the thing. This is what they've been setting up.
Yeah.
You're talking about it, but you're not hitting the nail on the head here, because they've been hiring their own people into positions of power for 40 fucking years. Okay.
But here we go. So the Golden Leaf Foundation right here in North Carolina, and both of these have stuff to do with kids.
Right.
So I'm looking at the board members. One of the board members was appointed by the Speaker of the House.
Right.
If it's a nonprofit organization, why would the Speaker of the House be appointing a board member?
Exactly.
So all these people get federal funds, one some million, two, and you wonder. You're like, man, they only get paid $150,000 a year. How do they own a $7 million home? They're doing it through the foundations, just like
the Clintons.
Bill did.
Yeah.
She had
just like the Clintons.
Ukraine donated over.
Look, she invented that system. She invented that system where you use the charitable foundation to you know, she was well, actually I shouldn't say she invented it, she perfected it.
Her and Bill were literally they were nobody out in Arkansas. And
no, Phoebe, no, don't think that. Listen, I've got old Polaroid photographs of fucking stacks of cocaine in the White House in Arkansas.
Okay, before the White House. So
right in Arkansas, the governor's mansion. I'm in the fucking front lobby, stacked up against the walls, fucking 4.5, 5 foot high.
Before Bill even became political, so they didn't have a lot of money. So there was Hillary actually. She knew somebody pulled a few favors, and she invested in cattle. So technically, you were supposed to have $100,000 to get into this pool.
Right.
She had 10 grand in 1 week. She turned 10 grand. They turned 10 grand into $100,000 for her. And yes, there was in Arkansas 3 young children died walking down a train track. Possibly they saw, a plane dropping.
No, we absolutely know that they were killed by narcotics traffickers and placed on the tracks after death. Period.
So, Hillary, she has.
That's right, Canoes in Mena, Arkansas.
No moral, no scruples. She's stealing. Come on, she stole $3 billion from Haiti after a freaking hurricane. I don't know. Did they not come up with enough children to sell her?
Right. And that's where he was doing business with the Bush family. Who was also supplying Arkansas.
We know how filthy. Okay, it took me a while to wake up. They had me so.
Well, actually, a lot of that cocaine came directly from the CIA.
Exactly.
Air America.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
You know it, bro.
Clowns in action, buh.
Yup. Action for the highest bidder.
That's right. They got to have that black money so they can run around and, exert their will.
Why do you think there's an opiate problem in the United States right now?
Because they wanted one, of course.
Because they ran the fucking drug lords in fucking Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And the ones that wouldn't work with them, well, they burned their fields.
Yeah. They just burn them out.
Yep.
A little Debbie Swiss roll. Holy shit. God damn it, Pyle. What the fuck is this? Is that a little Debbie Swiss roll?
Oh shit! I got one too. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get one. Just got a box over this the other day.
Right on.
Hell yeah!
I happen to really like little Debbie Swiss rolls. They're great.
You know, Pat, we elected G-Man to bring the swamp, and if anybody thinks that that's not happening, there's a YouTuber out there. His name is Kip Simpson. He's showing all the arrests. They're gathering up the low hanging fruit, mostly on the campaign finance laws, wire fraud, and the swamp. Just Trump came out the other week and he's like, the swamp's deep. It's really deep, and it really is. So
deep it really was.
Coast. So some people don't believe in Q, but if you go to qmap.pub, they have listed all the.
There it is.
There's another portion that literally shows the human trafficking, and up until like 2 weeks ago, they post it might be one person that's arrested, one child saved. And if anyone remembers, Trump came out and said, I saved 127 children today. So he's all on that children trafficking. I mean, and some of these investigations just to arrest the low-lying fruit
Right.
have taken like a year and a half.
Well, look, no, they're taking down Democrats all over the place. They just took down another fucking Senate chick for fucking embezzlement and shit. She's going to be gone for a long time. They got her with 48 felonies. She's fucked.
Right. So, Kip, it's K-I-P Simpson, S-I-M-P-S-O-N, and he's a YouTuber, and he does exclusive arrests. Doesn't matter for Republicans. Just so happens they're mostly Democrats.
Right.
So if anybody's losing faith in our.
Well, yeah, that's why I say that all the Democrats are criminals and a third of the Republicans are in it with them.
Exactly. Yeah. Look, I don't care what party you are. If you're stealing from the people or you need to go to jail. I'm not that dedicated to one party or another. I want the best person for the job. And if more people realize that, like some people, I'm a dead hard Democrat. I'm voting Democrat. I don't care. I'm betting straight. No, stop that mentality. It needs to be the best person for the job.
What we need to do, if you want to get right down to it, though,
is we need to eat pie.
We do need to eat pie. Pie is very important.
Pie is the answer.
And I would like to use this as my opportunity to thank everyone in America on behalf of the Pie Council. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That humble pie. I want some humble pie.
Cherry pie. Oh yeah.
I think it's got a little humble in there, right?
Define pie.
Awesome pie. I don't know how many y'all.
Merriamism. Holy shit.
Marianism.
Dallas has started an entirely new political party, guys.
Oh, Jesus. Sounds like a religion.
It's a cult. It's a cult. Run.
Run, Miriam.
Run, Miriam. Yeah.
Go ahead. Y'all that are in the bacon, you just go ahead. You look
That's
up
all right.
restaurant.
Like I said, we like pie. 3.141592 That's great. Yeah. It ain't cherry, but it's okay. You know?
Hey, blackberry cobbler works in there too.
It's math.
Yeah.
And just another public service announcement is that math is not racist.
No.
If you're just too dumb to do the math, I don't think the color of your skin's got much to do with that.
Do with
son.
And I have to add, all cherries in that pie were eaten by the whiz.
There were a lot of cherries harmed in the making of this.
No actual cherries died in the making of this film.
They were dead before we got to them.
Exactly.
The names of the bakers have been changed to protect the innocent.
Now, I mean, do we need a whole reconstruction of the government? Yes, we do. There's a lot of people that have been stealing a lot of money. A lot of hardworking Americans. They're
There's
struggling.
going to come a day where they call it a
But
reconciliation.
what we have to do,
Right.
and what I was going to say is what we need to do, and if you really want to get down to it, what we need to do is we need to start a groundswell, a grassroots movement, man. Maybe start it right here in this fucking chat tonight to get rid of the fucking political parties. There should only be one party, the American Party. You
That's
put
right.
every candidate gets X amount of time on TV to make his fucking case. They go up there, they speak their piece, and you fucking vote. And
yes, it's going to get chaotic.
It's going to come down.
But
to-
it's
it's
not.
the American way.
If you keep if you keep it segregated in the states like our voting is now, it's not chaotic because the only thing that would get chaotic is if you had maybe 30 or 40 people trying to run for president or something. But I don't really foresee that happening. You know what I mean? Like every year, in 2016, that was the most candidates ever on a fucking debate stage at one time. Period.
Right.
Like-
You left Congress to 6 years each.
Yeah.
And boom. There's it.
Yeah, absolutely. You install the term limits, you get rid of the fucking criminals, and you go back to fucking doing what you got to do. But the thing is, that's where it starts, is with the division of America, right fucking there. It's the whole. It's that's the elephant in the room. Nobody's looking at it.
Yep.
Look, Nancy has been she's been in politics 40 years plus. So is Joe. And we need term limits. We need welfare reform. So Black Lives Matters all saying oppression. You know what the real oppression is? Welfare. Trust me. Look, I got to.
You know why we need term limits? I want to say this before we get off the subject too far. But you realize why we need term limits? I mean, we do actually have term limits. At the end of the term, they have to be reelected.
Yeah, right.
Okay. And for the House of Representatives, it's every 2 years, period.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
but we need to define that. They could only serve 4 years and then they got to go because, okay, so a quick little story. So I always wanted to be a bartender. I wanted to go to school and this and that. So I moved into West Palm Beach. And I saw ad in the paper, no experience necessary, apply within. So I did, and I got the job. The owner of the bar, I'm like, it's so nice of you to train me. How sweet. He
Right.
said, you know why I like to hire people that don't have experience? Because they don't know how to steal. So people, like senators, it's 2 years.
Right.
And then they're up for re-election. Well, I don't think they should be able to serve more than 2 terms, just like a president.
Oh Lord.
Because they know how to steal when you're in there for 40 years, like Biden.
Well, yeah, Dallas. The way it's set up now, it is slavery. Because they the way that it's set up now is it's a self-perpetuating cycle after a while. And you wind up with these multi-generational families that have been on this shit. The whole fucking auntie, uncle, right down to the fucking third cousins have been on welfare in the same family for, 2-3 generations now.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
that
the
whole
lower level slavery. The upper level slavery.
Steal, right? So from my sources and information, Obama stole $3 trillion. I don't know. Maybe those black people need to go after Obama for part of those reparations. Does that mean he got a big slice of that pie?
Well, listen, reparations are stupid. We just need to get that out of the fucking way to start with. Because
That's ridiculous. There's nobody alive that was ever a victim in that part.
Well, and not only that, I mean, when you get right down to it, you start looking at things like with indentured servitude and shit. The Irish and shit were fucking slaves long before the blacks were. So, and you don't hear the Irish people whining. You know, they don't have. Again, it's just a case of the left trying to claim some moral high ground that they don't really have.
Hold on. So the Irish never got released from slavery till 1920.
Yeah, right. 1920.
Long before slaving, before the blacks.
And long after, yeah.
And the American Indians, many of the tribes have still yet to be.
Yes, yes. So what are you going to pay everybody reparations? They're not any special. The only thing, their reparations need to come from Africa. Their own country sold them into slavery to the Spaniards that brought them, and.
Shit, half the damn Native Americans had slaves. They had shit they captured from the next village over, man, and made them carry the fucking water. You know what I'm saying? That's like
right.
It's every culture, every fucking group of people on this planet has been tainted in some kind of fucking way by slavery. You know,
every higher class has enslaved a lower class. You know what? Slavery was never abolished in America. It was just made equal because they gave
right.
Job.
Yeah.
Now they call it a job.
Yeah, now they call it a job.
Life to
no,
these
that credit card,
and then they shit on you. That's all they do.
Credit on the card, that credit on your house, those credit cards. You are a slave. Black people, white people, they all have credit somehow, some way. Slavery's just been made equally. Nobody
Can I sue Italy or Egypt? Yeah, half of us could sue the Romans for fuck's sake.
Right.
Where does it end? Right.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, again, you know, it's just a fake moral high ground, and they do that a lot. They try to make you feel like they're somehow the superior person, but what you know, every time when you look at it, it's like, no, you're really not. You're a dirtbag.
And I can give you a deeper aspect of this that will allow you to envision the whole entire oversight of the whole conversation.
Bring it home, brother.
Evil defined is imposing one's will over another.
Right.
Exactly. So, but, you know, the whole oppression, I believe, is the welfare system. So I didn't expect to be taken out of the prime of my life and my work and be put on Social Security.
Right.
So I don't even get $800 a month, and then they give me a whole $200 not even $200 a month on food stamps. So if I go outside the lines, I could lose one of those things. Every $2 I make, they take $1 from my Social Security, right? And then it affects my food stamps. So that's the real oppression. And I don't call for welfare reform to be an asshole. I call for welfare reform. If you do the math, so I could go, if Social Security ever opens up.
It's fundamentally designed in a self-defeating way. That's the problem with welfare. The whole system is designed to keep you on the welfare. You know, there are no real mechanisms to try to get you to get off of welfare.
Right.
You know, so
black people want to play the victim. They want to play oppression, and really welfare.
Well, look, if you listen, while we're going there, and since we're on the subject, let me just throw this out there. There is one way that I agree that black people have been unfairly targeted in America, and that is by our Central Intelligence Agency. All the minority communities were directly targeted by the Central Intelligence Agency and other agencies within our government. And what they did was they did two things. Number one is the first thing they did was they weaponized rap music, and they turned it into a tool for brainwashing and a tool for teaching bad values. And then the second thing they did was they pumped fucking crack and heroin into the minority neighborhoods.
They were the dealers.
You do realize
dealers for the
absolutely. Anybody here familiar with Rick Ross knows how that whole fucking thing operated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You do realize that the man that invented crack was a black man in the black community. I mean, he got arrested and everything. And that's really sad. Here's the thing. You'll never see Antifa.
Well, no, that black man was funded by the CIA.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing. It really was directly out of the CIA's pocket. It was absolutely 100% their fault. They did it on purpose. They did it intentionally. And what it resulted in is some of the worst family situations in America. You have half the fucking families that have no man in the house, never had a man in the house. You've got another half of the family, or another quarter of the families that have men in the house, but it's a different dude every weekend. And then you've got the other, it's just they destroyed the black community. And I got to tell you, as an American, watching that happen to other Americans, that pisses me the fuck off.
So what do the Marxists want? They want to destroy the nuclear family, which is what? Mom, dad, and children.
Absolutely.
So and you'll never see Antifa shouting Black Lives Matter downtown Chicago, where there's 63 shootings a weekend. Why is that? If Black Lives really matter, why aren't you?
It's because they're deluded. It's a cult. They're brainwashed. They don't even register that shit. They have zero self-awareness. They are part of the Borg. They are the hive mind. They are no longer individual people. They've been completely absorbed into the Borg. And it's really fucking sad to watch it all happen, but that's exactly what's going down. It's a fucking death cult.
If a civil war happens, I'm going to be on some side of history. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but
one thing I can guarantee is I'm going to be on my side of history. That's what I can tell you.
I'm going to do my best to be on God's side.
There you go. That's a good way to go.
But God's side is the right side, right? The right side. I don't want to harm.
It's the correct side. I'll put it that way. Definitions of right and left and wrong and all
right.
But it's the correct side.
My doorstep, I'm going to have to defend myself. I'm not going to go out and look for it. My God-given right is to sell my something and sell my cloak and get a sword.
Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely.
And these people
since you're talking about buying a sword anyway, let me just throw this out there. In most municipalities, it is illegal to carry a sword or a knife. However, most municipalities do not have any regulation concerning the carrying of an axe. There you go.
Dude, I got a beautiful sword. I can't carry it.
Yeah, you want to see some people get freaked out?
Yeah, right. Like walk into Walmart with a battle axe on your shoulder. You know what I mean?
Right, and a tree saw.
Can I get all dressed in black? I mean, maybe they'll think I'm Antifa and they just won't bother me.
Yeah, that's when you wear the mask. That's when you wear the mask. You put the Antifa mask on, man.
For that, okay? I'm coming as
sorry, dude.
I got a beautiful samurai sword, which means I can't carry it around.
I've made Liz spit juice. My work is done here.
You did. That was the first time ever. I was like, holy shit.
Carry chainsaws.
Nobody's gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, no, nobody's gonna fuck with you.
So bad I have to
especially if you're wearing that hockey mask.
I'm telling you, the alien on your head thing. Oh my god, that's just too perfect.
I have to ask you, what do you think about StreamYard and having a panel and a bunch of people?
I think this is fucking fantastic. This is the greatest thing ever. I am a 1,100% fan of StreamYard. I don't get any money from them. This is not a paid advertisement. I'm just telling you that the software is awesome and it works beautifully.
Well,
Look,
I've been an
if
advocate of them ever since we started with this in January. And I tell you what, I understood this when I first seen it, and it was the only thought going through my head is this is the future of communications on the
Oh,
on the,
absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
I've set
so
I've set things like this up for corporations. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And to where they could have conferencing at the drop of a hat. All they got to do is log in, sign in, boom.
Right.
Zoom is the big thing. Zoom stock has zoomed. Even my church is like, oh, you got to do Zoom. Zoom is very easily hacked. I was watching Pete Philly one day. He was hacked when he was interviewing an FBI agent. So it was about 5 young kids. I don't know how young they were. One girl showed her face. All their names came up. One guy grabbed his junk. Thought he was really cool. But I guess all those kids, they hacked him. StreamYard is also easily hacked. I suggest you get a VPN and be somewhere else because I was on StreamYard when I got zapped. So please get a VPN. Right now we got a small crowd. If you get larger, and I wouldn't
Yeah.
PayPal. The
Yeah,
super
Michael
chat.
Myers. No, well, you said Michelle Myers, but it's Michael Myers. Yeah, that's the other guy. Wear a Michael Myers mask.
The super chat is really nice. People can see money going up, but the best app I've seen, because I always said, man, I'm never monetizing my channel because I don't agree with them. Cash App. Cash App is really cool. So you can put it in your description. People can pay through PayPal to Cash App. I mean, the, the fees are very small. They'll send you a debit card, or you can have it transferred directly to your bank.
Right.
Dallas was really cool because, like, I texted him. He did that, and once you do the Cash App, they're like invite a friend. So if you invite a friend and they take it, you get $5. So in 3 years of me being online, I only got a $20 donation, and I got $5 for recommending someone. So PayPal, they take 40%. So if you do monetize your channel in that way, they're gonna take 40%. If somebody gives you $1, they're taking 40 cents. So I'm not into that. I can do it. I have the hours in. I have the people in, and
Set up a
Pat,
PayPal pool. I just put up a money pool.
What did
Yeah.
Don't take nothing out of that.
once you get your channel going, I mean, you could possibly, as long as the pro tasks, quote unquote, go.
Sure.
A lot of people will come to your channel to watch that. You'll get a lot of subscribers. However, once you get your groove going and you show certain things, if you go to Marfoogle, Marfoogle, he'll spotlight you. I mean, you don't go in and say, "Yeah, I'm sick, Pat." You go in with a really good subject and you bring up some content. They will showcase you, and you will literally. I mean, you can get 1,000 subscribers in a night. It's the Fugle Found.
Wow.
And I did what I did, and then all of a sudden, I found some stuff. I was listening. Some okay, it was during hurricanes, so I had special privy information, and that was over in the Bahamas. They were like,
Right.
"Man, pirates are coming." I had over 6,000 hits on that video.
Wow.
So I mean, if you want to stream the protest, you're going to get a lot of viewers. You might get donations. And if you don't want to go that way, do a cash app. Don't don't fall into what I do. Like I said, I was ecstatic. I got a $20 donation after 3 years.
Hell yeah, man. anytime you get a little love from the audience, it's cool as shit, you know.
I don't know OBS. He's using Streamwell. I think that's what Portland Andy uses, and
Yeah,
it looks like Brady Bunch. You know, he's got all this crap all over his screen, and Seattle and Portland, and
right.
that's the in thing right now. So if you can figure out a way to do that, um, you know, I don't know if you have the time.
Right.
It, what is it like? 4,000 watch minutes, and then you can monetize your channel. I don't know if it's worth it because if you screw up, you know they're very strict when you monetize.
Yeah,
And
right.
look, if I play in the
I am
end,
monetizing shit. This is
Right.
love, man. I
Yeah.
don't give a shit.
I literally never got into this with any intention of turning it into some kind of business, man.
Right.
This was done because we had shitty hacker trolls in fucking Ron Gibson's room, and
Right.
I finally got sick of it, and I said, we're making our own spot. Fuck it, I'll go over here, I'll stream fucking InfoWars, and we'll chat in our room, and I'll make everybody a mod. And when them fuckers come over here, we'll crack their fucking heads.
Yeah, we did.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how it worked out. People would come in, I'd have a whole fucking room of mods, and like they'd be like, holy shit, dude, everybody's a mod. And I'm like, yeah, fucking keep your shit right, man. You know, there's a whole lot of hammers in this room, bro.
Right. There's a bunch of swords pointing at you.
there's good and bad about modding the whole room. So when you have a newcomer and they see a room of wrenches, they're more apt to go, oh, say I'm scared, and they run away. So,
You know what? I hate to be an asshole or come off like an asshole, but the fact of the matter is I have no respect for weakness. And if you're frightened off because a bunch of guys got modded in a fucking room in a chat room, you're too fucking spineless for me to even give a fuck about. Honest to God, I can't. I'm you know, I can tolerate a lot of shit, but you know, stupidity and weakness, those are my two pet peeves. They just get under my skin, you know. And
there's a lot of people that take advantage of both.
That's why I like you, Murphy, because you're like the perfect candidate in the universe to be a weak little timid little mouse, and you're fucking not, and I love that.
Let me tell you something. If I didn't have a criminal record, I would be running for, I don't know, maybe I need to run as a Democrat and be a turncoat, right?
Well, they certainly don't have any problem running criminals.
Right. So they'll promote me. They'll be like, oh, yeah, we'll just make it disappear, right?
Right.
But
get in the office, you have a disagreement with them, and say, I'm changing to Republican.
Yeah, right.
And you know, the minute see all the votes, you know what I mean? They can make everything disappear, and I can still do the right thing and smart enough, but that's probably not going to happen. I mean, even if I married someone with kids.
Well, you know, that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons right there. Why I do have I have everybody modded in my room, but I have the rule that, you know, nobody's allowed to ban anybody but me. Right. I'm the only one that has the ban hammer. You can time out anybody you want as often as you want. You know, if they're annoying my chatters, I want them to get smacked around a little bit. So, you know, and if they go too far, then I can step in and act, you know.
Eternity. And so I've never banned anybody without a chat owner saying ban them. Most hated, actually, I got heated with him.
Right.
He was all about Trump. I'm like, look, if you don't vote, sit down and shut up. You're part of the problem.
Exactly. Yeah, you got no bitch. If you didn't vote, if you didn't make your voice heard, then you know, don't stand up later and try to shout from the rooftop, dude.
And I'm telling you what, this year, Phoebe, I'm telling you, you got to start telling people, if you don't vote, your vote will be counted for them.
Yeah.
Sit down, shut up. If you don't vote, sit down and shut up, because you are a backseat driver. You do not have the right to bitch about anything because you didn't vote. You
And
sat
that's
on
fine.
the
They have that right, but you can't then come back later and try to have
Hold
an
everybody
opinion.
else accountable for it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And I bet a lot of the agitators are the people that don't even vote. They just want to sit back and complain about the government. It ain't the way they think it should be. Well, did you vote? Oh, you didn't. Sit down
Right.
and fucking shut up. When you vote, you have an opinion. You want to sit back and bitch about the world and not do anything about it? Sit down and shut up.
Right. Yeah. I'm with you, man. I'm totally with you. Um that's right. I willed the Mjolnir.
That was the only time I ever banned anybody from my freaking chat room because somebody, I didn't even think they were from this country, right? And I was like, you didn't vote, sit down and shut. You don't have a right to bitch. If you want
Yeah.
to paint a perfect picture and
I've
you
dropped the ban hammer a couple of times, man, but in like 50% of the cases I ended up letting them come back.
um, I ban a lot of trolls, or well, I block them. So there's only one person I got so heated one night.
Yeah, not this time, Claude. Not voting is not an option. That's why I listen. I'm telling everybody when you go to the polls, take 10 people with you. You know what I'm saying? Like just find 10 Trump supporters and be like, dude, get in the car. We're carpooling. You
Right,
know,
we're going. Nephews, nieces,
yeah,
anybody
everybody
older,
gather them up.
going.
You know,
Do it. Get it.
gather them up. We got to
Hey,
and
also go out and make sure they all know to register to vote.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, beforehand. Yeah, make sure you tell
They're
everybody in your family, all your friends, make sure they're registered.
Because if you don't register to vote, you will be registered to vote for the party you don't
Yeah,
want.
right.
In 2018, let me tell you a very weird thing happened. So we got a flyer. I guess it was from the Democrat Party. So it said who was running, whatever, and Kevin's name. So it's a whole neighborhood, maybe 13 houses back here,
Right.
and it had everyone in the neighborhood's name. When it came to Kevin's name, it said did not vote. Well, I knew Kevin voted. We voted in
Right.
2016. We voted in 2018. So I think it was a Democratic thing that went out in the neighborhood or nationwide that basically it was like some weird coding or the Democratic people to know who the Republicans were. Yeah, we didn't vote for Democrats. We voted Republicans.
Right.
Even though we voted, it said Kevin did not vote. I don't know if I actually saved that, and I was like, is that some, you know what I mean? Some of my block and the shit hits the fan. Are there more Democrats than Republicans here? And do they know that code by them saying Kevin didn't vote Democrat. He
Right.
voted. I voted. We go there together. We vote. So that was a really weird thing. And if you guys get some flyer with a bunch of names of people in your neighborhood,
Yeah.
and maybe it says you didn't vote and you voted, hold on to that flyer because that's a really weird thing. That was 2 years ago.
That is odd.
Yeah, it was very odd. I know we voted. I went with them. We vote, and a lot of people are like, oh, people are selected. They're not voted in. But let me tell you something. There's more elections than every 2 years. So see, they got Board of Education. If you go to your county, uh, your website, your voting district, they give you every date. It blew my mind. So when Trump said, "Oh, there's dead people voting," what did I do? I went
Yeah.
back. I went back to my mama's town where I grew up, and I called them up. I said, "My mama passed away in 1999. Has she voted since?" No. Do you know she's deceased? Right. So this is like 20. So this is how Trump gave a message, said people are voting. What do I do as a concerned citizen? I want to make sure my dead mother's not voting.
Right.
There's so many little elections. There's the Board of Education, and they're not held every 2 to 4 years. There's odd numbers. Now, North Carolina, we had voter fraud. There
Right.
was a secret or surprise, or I don't know what the hell you want to call it. There was a re election process in 2019. I didn't know about it.
All right.
I went to vote, right? There was voter fraud. So just go to your Board of Elections in your county, and they have
Right.
a schedule about everybody you need to vote for. So we're like, oh my God, they infiltrated our schools, and
Yeah.
this is how they did it. Nobody shows up. I was brought up. The only two elections that mattered were the primaries and the presidential.
Right.
No, more elections than that.
Right. And a lot of people, like, that's why I always bring up the fact that, the swamp doesn't stop at the DC line. You know, we have to start becoming more civic minded and voting locally and putting people in office that are going to do the job right.
But
Um,
Pat,
Sweet
those
dreams, Tanya.
those
night.
votes held all different dates. It's not every 2 years. It's
Right.
not primary. It's not. So we have to do our due diligence and go on to our county website, and we need to find out what elections are held when for the Board of Education and stuff we didn't even know you had to vote for,
It
right?
brings me back. It brings me back all the time to the words of the founding fathers when they warned us that we were going to have to be eternally vigilant to keep our country, and
Yeah.
we dropped the ball. We weren't watching. We let them take over, man. We were too complacent for too long as a society, and while maybe not anybody,
Football and baseball,
yeah,
being
other stupid shit, man. And we took our eye off the ball, and this is the result of that. We were fucking warned.
Come on, okay? You were a little predisposed, but most of us, like me, being born in the '60s, it was only the primaries and the presidential election that
Right.
was
That's
in
all anybody ever cared
the
about.
bill.
right.
Right, right. So this is how these little fluffers ended up in a board of ed. If just one person votes for themselves.
Right.
Nobody knew. Nobody's been educated. So we gotta educate people. We gotta say, look, every election, go on. There's a calendar. Make that date special. Show up. Vote for the person you think is the right person.
Right.
Don't let somebody get voted in by default.
Hey, Claude, hey, Singularity, before we got to kick the ball, fucking Lucy pulled it out from underneath us, dude.
We
Yeah,
dropped the
go
ball
around.
and then kicked that fucker out of the park.
And we went to go kick that fucker out the park, and Lucy pulled that shit out of our fucking way. Fucking hit it up on our ass.
Yeah, right. Looking up at the sky, wondering what the hell happened.
Yeah.
Right. Little swirlies and birds.
I mean, what we really need to do as just a movement. That's a really big thing to get out, man. Just pull up that freaking schedule of your county,
Right on. Get your voting schedule, man. Be on it.
Absolutely.
yeah. This is how they did it. This is how they took over. I'm not
I
a
do know.
dumbass.
You're right.
I'm a little flaky sometimes, but I'm not a dumbass.
Right. That's why we keep you around.
Right. You need a
When
little
you get
black.
cold, we used to call you Frosted Flake.
Right. Well, I'm blonde, so I'm allowed to be.
She
spicy,
would
and
sit
I'm
there
allowed
and be shivering. She'd put a blanket around her, and she's all up there shivering. It's like you better go turn on a heater. Or I'm not gonna wake him up. I'm okay.
and I'm allowed to keep it. I'm a blonde. And I can excuse it all away if I'm wrong because I'm blonde.
Right.
That's the only.
I just best be quiet.
Well, I just had a whole flood of blonde jokes.
I
go
know,
through my
right?
head, so-
Yeah.
Right. So, I never saw white privilege, but I got blonde privilege.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, SOS that. That's blonde privilege. I can be just as stupid as I want at any time I want. And then I can.
And everybody just looks at her hair and goes, "Oh well, yeah, who? Yeah, you know."
And some random hero will show up today, you know.
I'm a blonde warrior.
Right on.
I can only be. You know what? I can play.
AOC made blonde jokes obsolete. That's funny.
Look, I can be just as stupid as I want whenever I want, and then I can just baffle you with my brilliance. And,
Yeah, right.
Where'd that come from? Right?
There you go. You can. It's a surprise attack.
A4000T. Yeah, there you are, bro.
Three's Company. Suzanne Summers, she laid it all flipping. Well, okay, there were movies in the 40s about blondes being 50.
Yeah.
So I can play just as stupid as I want, and then I can truth smack you at any point in time when I feel like it.
There you go. Best of both worlds.
Look at Wiz. Look at him. Maybe that's my privilege. You just look at me, you see a blonde, you just think she's a dumb bitch, right? And I'm like, I got tricks for you, IQ 130.
Well, I know where the dumbest woman in the world is, or at least I know where she used to be. I've sort of lost track of her, but I don't think she followed me, so I think I'm safe. But this woman, we went to school with her, me and everybody, we knew her, and she was always dumb. And the reason that she was dumb is because her daddy had money and literally did everything for her. Like, he didn't let her stress her little self even one tiny bit, man. He just,
worst thing a parent can do.
I know, right? He just carried her through everything, and it made her stupid. But my buddy Mike, this dude I used to be friends with, he married her.
Oh,
and I asked him, I was like, you married her, huh? And he goes, yeah, man, yeah, I sure did. And I said, why? And he goes, well, have you seen her? And I have to tell you that she is an extremely attractive girl.
Right. Okay.
So
big hoo-has.
Yeah, she is an extremely attractive girl.
How stupid can you freaking?
and that was another thing that contributed to her dumbness, because she never had to do anything, because what her daddy didn't do for her, there was a parade of guys that fucking carried her groceries and fucking changed her oil and all that shit, right? So anyway, Mike marries her, and one night I was over at Mike's, and we were going to get a few beers. We decided we were going to make a beer run and get a few beers. And we told her, we said, okay, you stay here. We're going to go get some beers. And then we're going to come back to the house and drink our beers. And we thought she had the plan. We thought it was cool. So we left. When we come back, we're going to walk in the house, and Mike turns around and literally mashes his hand into my face, right? I was just about to start swinging on dude when I realized that what he had done was grab the cigarette out of my mouth and throw it out in the yard. And he goes, I smell gas in the house. I'm like, oh shit, right? So I'm like, okay, let's get in there. We're gonna fucking handle this. We open all the windows and shit, and we see this old lady in the living room. She's just sitting there. She ain't moving. And I'm like, dude, I think there's something wrong with your old lady. And we walked in there, man, and she looked like she was stoned out of her fucking mind, dude. And she's sitting on the couch, kind of half hunched over from the gas fumes, right? And she's sitting there with a lighter and a cigarette in her hands. If she'd have sparked that fucking thing, dude, she'd have blowed herself clear down the fucking road, right?
Right.
So anyway, we get her out of the house. We get her some fresh air. We get the house opened up. He goes to the main gas line, shuts the gas off, right? Danger averted. All we have to do is vent the house. We start talking to her and we're interrogating her and we're like, well, what the fuck happened? And she said that she had gone into the kitchen to do some cleaning. And when she got down on the floor to wipe something up, she noticed that under the stove there was a tiny little fire. She got scared and blew it out.
The pilot light.
So look, Pop, you know, they're
dude,
like that. Just
I'm telling you, man, dumbest woman in the world. And
my
if
mom's
you
half sister, right? So she was Catholic and a great, beautiful Catholic family, and you know, I was like, Catholics, that's the best religion. I'm not worthy. So my aunt, right? She did everything for her children. She
Right.
washed clothes, she folded them, she put them in the drawers, and she literally would select what clothes the children didn't wear, and she gave them
Right.
away. Which I got a lot of my cousins hand me downs. He was a lot larger than me, right?
There you
So
go.
I looked like a fish in a fish bowl. Anyway, so as years went on, she literally disabled her children. They were like mentally
Yeah,
retarded.
right.
They couldn't make any choices on their own
Couldn't
because
do
of their
shit.
mother. Meanwhile, me, I'm like, screw this, I'm out. I left at 16, right?
Right.
My cousin, you know, the female cousin, we were born in the same year. After 40 years, she still lived home with their mother. I don't know, woman in weight. I don't know what the hell you want to call it. So she finally goes out on her own. What does she do? She takes a swan dive off of a 3-story building.
Oh
So
Jesus.
I don't know, people. I don't know if you're coddling those children. In my family, once you turned 18, you were out of there. You
Right.
either went to college or you had a job and you got your own place. Kick those baby birds out of the stinking nest.
Hey, that's
Right.
what I told my kids. I was like, look, I'll pay your way as long as you're in school.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe you're
yeah,
not
you
in
know,
school.
don't even that it wasn't like that back in the 70s, dude. Don't even offer that. Be good enough, get a grant, get whatever, go to school. Cause at 18 that's the only choice. When you're 18, it didn't matter. No, my parents weren't paying for school. They were poor.
Well, what I don't understand is I couldn't wait to get the fuck out of my parents' house, man.
Me either. I couldn't wait to get
I
my
couldn't wait to
driver's
have my own place and be a human adult all on my own, making all my own.
license.
That was like my goal. You know what I mean?
I was living in my car by the time I was 14. Oh, yeah. And I drove.
Yeah, there you
There
go.
you
Yeah,
go.
I had my own car by the time I was 14.
sweet, man.
I was like working since I was like 11.
Yeah,
I was like,
Yeah,
and
but-
before that, I was mowing yards and raking leaves and shoveling driveways and shit like that. So, yeah.
But I think when we grew up, we kind of heard my house, my rules. If you don't like it, get the fluff out, right?
yeah.
So by 16, when we got our license, we were like, yeah, this is freedom.
Hell yeah.
Screw you, man. I'll go live in the woods with my tent.
Yeah,
And we
right.
did.
I tried
Hell
to
yeah.
got my license. Yeah,
They got
I
cell phones. Johnny, are you eating? Are you safe? Mom, I'm living in a tent. Oh, baby, come home. I'll give you $200 a week allowance. It'll all be okay.
Yeah, fuck that.
I didn't even get an allowance. I had to pay.
Yeah.
I
Hiya,
had to pay
Gus.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
12
say.
years old to live with my parents. I had a job. Not
Yeah.
only did I pay $25 a week, I had to buy my own shampoo and clothes,
Yeah, right.
Well,
Just
that's how I lost my first job, was getting my driver's license when I turned 16. I was all bragging about it at work, showing the girls. I was
Yeah,
like,
right.
car, I'm licensed, hooked
Hell
up.
yeah.
And boss came around and says, "Oh yeah, let me see that. You're fired." I was like, "What'd I do?" He goes, "You've been working here for a year and a half, right? You just turned 16. You
Yeah,
little
right.
get
You
out."
lying asshole.
Yeah, man. I had a steady job and I was paying taxes by the age of 12. And I almost wish I had a kid to turn them out just like me. My parents did a bad job and they were like, so like in one weekend when I was 12, I was making 100, 200 bucks. I had a bank account. I was paying, actually, I was working at Dunkin' Donuts. I was paying like $50 a month or a week. I don't
Well, I
even
ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't want my kids to be like me, man. It was hard being me. Holy shit. I
Yeah,
wouldn't wish that shit on anybody.
fat. You had a crazy circumstance, and I just think kids today, they have it too easy. The parents should make them get summer jobs,
Oh
new
yeah, absolutely.
house, and bagging groceries, delivering pizza. I don't care.
Welcome
Make
back,
that
canoes.
child work. These participation awards do not work.
Fire in the goat. Oh, good God.
ICBG. I'm sorry. That was ICBG.
You people have gotten me incredibly stoned tonight.
Okay, I lit a cigarette.
Twisting my fucking arm and
Are you
shit.
complaining? Are
No.
you complaining?
No, not even a little bit.
We're having a whip out of Don Bear on your.
simply stating the obvious, boys.
Hey, Don's doing good, man. He's building wildlife walls on the border.
Yeah, right.
Get it? Yeah.
Yeah. You know, at first when he said he worked for BLM, I started laughing, man, because I was like, what? He's in BLM? This fucking dude's full of shit. And then I was like, oh yeah, Bureau of Land Management. All right, whatever.
Yeah. So just to keep those turtles from migrating, they got to put up like a 30-foot wall. Beautiful. I love it. Did you ask them that? Did you say, I don't know, man, what kind of fencing you putting up? Oh, good fence. I don't, hey, Don Bear, you happen to be putting up a 30-foot wall to keep those turtles? Yeah.
Yeah, turtles. That's what it is. Yeah. Hey,
gotta-
Singularity.
That wall.
Yeah, when I first started working, minimum wage was $3.10 an hour.
Oh, nice.
I think
it was like
$1.75.
$4.50 when I started.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was like $3.50 or something like that.
No. Mine was like $1.35.
Good
come
Lord.
on, in the 70s. See,
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
the
I
central
said
banks,
it was $3.10.
central banks are so evil. So women, along with civil rights, they burn their bras and they're like, I want to work. So women
78.
only really want to work.
It was
Women only
$3.10 and 78.
78.
Yeah.
Women
It was-
only wanted to work part time to buy their children some shoes and clothes because not everybody had that banker's job, right? So the women burnt their bras. And here's what society saw. We now have a two-income family. And some of these little punks that are like college educated. Oh, you boomers bought up
Well,
all the land.
that was all a scam too, right, Phoebe?
It was. So what
Do you know?
happened
Do you know who
was,
developed? Do you know who developed the modern feminist movement?
oh no,
It was actually a Rockefeller idea, and
I
and
bet.
and the reason that they were motivated to try to empower women to get out in the workplace and have a career was the fact that they realized that 50% of the population wasn't paying their fucking dues to the Rockefellers.
Well, not only that,
So,
but
women traded a happy home for a fucking workplace and a headache and get treated like shit in the process. I
well,
think it's kind of fucking ironic that the fucking, the feminists claim to be about fucking helping women, and the whole time their whole purpose is to destroy womankind. Like,
but
Motherhood.
yeah,
my parents, their mortgage was $78 a month. And that was something that when a man went out, and I'm telling you, I think minimum wage was $1.35 an hour back then. So these young kids, they're like, boomers bought up all the land. At getting $1.35 an hour and paying a $78 a month mortgage was tough. So
right,
when the women invert their bras and there was extra money going on and the women's liberation, society saw now we have a two income family.
right,
We cannot allow them to get any further. And now to buy a house instead of $78 a month, it has to be $170 a month.
It
So
also
they it
follows.
all.
It also follows, baby. It also follows in with the model of economy,
Yeah,
economics. Okay, where
right.
there is more demand and capable buyers, the supply becomes, you
cheaper.
um, well, when there's plenty of buyers and they're buying up all the stuff, the prices go up
Then
because
it goes up. Yeah.
supply.
If it goes the other way, then it goes up. Right.
Correct.
But it was never the boomers. The boomers struggled. People today don't look at what the minimum wage was, and now all the prices. I mean,
Well,
come on.
the difference is though, Murphy, back in the 50s, most people weren't making minimum wage. Most guys worked in a fucking factory producing shit. That's the difference is that the higher chunk of society had better paying jobs, you
So
know.
so they lied to the children today, and they're thinking we had it. So okay, so when you look at maybe a $15 an hour minimum wage in some places, and they think, oh my God, it was only $78 was hard to come by in the 70s. Then gas, was expensive. We went off the gold standard, and.
That's
But
right. Simple
our
laws of
economy
supply and demand.
today is based on a two income family. And what did they do? They separated the AKA nuclear family.
Right.
So they're saying, oh, yeah, woman, guess what? You're not happy. Just take the children and leave. We're going to
Right.
give you welfare,
Yeah.
government housing, and that nice man that you were with that birthed those children 2 years ago. Yeah, he's going to give you $1,200 a month. We don't care, hook or crook. We'll put him in jail, take his license, and. So
Right.
now, being a single woman is profitable. And I used to write for Father's Advocacy, and I call that babies are a business. So a
Right.
lot of the oppression in life, whether it's black, white, purple unicorns, is the fact that they make a crazy astonishment on child support. You want to squash it? Here we go. The man puts up $50 a week. The woman puts up $50 a week. That's $100 a week. I don't care what you make. If you're a millionaire or whatever, I don't care who you fuck and who you lay down and who you have a child with. That man puts up $50, and you can't raise a child on $100. You need to go to a re-education institute. $100 is a lot of money. The
Well, I don't
oppression
know, man. They
is
say now. that they say over the lifetime of a child from birth to 18, it costs about $1 million to raise a kid.
Right, and it shouldn't be that. See, so if you want a better life for your child and the dude you laid down with made $1 million, well, maybe you should make some effort to stay with him. But
Well,
there's the average Joe that's struggling. Okay, somebody we all know, his nephew. I paid him to help me put stuff in storage. That stimulus check he got was taken away because he owed child support. So here's the thing, we're going to talk about equality. How about mama put up $50 a week and daddy put up 50? There's $100. I don't care what you make. There's no reason that one man should be paying $1,200 a month and another 300. Little Johnny
Right.
Little Johnny is only worth $200. He knows what Mama's getting in child support, and little Sally next door is getting 1,200. There's an equality problem. This is the way we can solve that. Babies should never be a business,
Right.
and so I'm telling you, man. If I get a politician I get to have lunch with, I wrote to Senator Cotton in Arkansas.
Right.
And I wrote him this. I'm like, babies should never be a business. We can do it on the equality laws. Little Sally next door should not be more privileged getting 1,200 a month than little Johnny 200 a month. No, okay, yeah, it's under equality. We're all equal, right?
Right.
So babies should never be a business. My hat's off to men. There are men that are living under bridges. They can't even afford their
Right.
apartment. They can't even have their children on the weekends. And even if they get an efficiency, their whole no, they take that child support off of your gross money you don't even
Right.
access to. They take those you're a walking ATM card for the IRS. Oh yeah, ching, we're just gonna take this out.
Right.
And then it's a very unfair balance. So I see issues, and black people have a lot more children than white people. We kind of just we do whatever it is. We close our legs. We get the Noro plant. We take birth control and all this stuff is free to everyone. You don't need to run to the abortion clinic. It's all there.
Yeah,
Um,
but again, don't forget that it's going to take a lot more than just that, because they have to rebuild their whole fucking social strata. Like they've literally been destroyed. I don't know if you've been to a minority community lately, but most of them aren't fucking good.
so hold on. So let's just go to the black community, right?
Right.
They're gonna have more children. They get their freak on. So
Right.
they're gonna have more children than white people, and they have, even if they hold. Okay, so the average IQ of an average black person is very low, like 80, maybe 90. And so there
Well,
are
the
only
average IQ in America, period, is only 90 now.
yeah, because we're bringing a lot of people over the border. Okay, so but in any event,
no,
you're
it's
gonna
the educational
have
system.
It
They
is. I was just gonna say.
dumped history. They dumped reality.
I was just gonna say that, dude. It's because they're not being educated properly by our school
right.
systems.
Come on, you look at a lot of black people talk, and they're throwing axes around. You gotta duck automatically. They don't ask a question. They say, "Let me ask you." Speak correctly. They're learning the same thing I'm learning in school. It's what they're hearing at home that's screwing them up.
Right.
And
If you
then
ask them what a spelling bee is, they would tell you it's some kind of variety of bee.
It's an actual insect.
It's an insect, yes.
I'm not telling black people. I'm pointing out a few things
Oh, not just black people. I mean, there's stupid
Yeah,
white.
dude, I was
trash comes in every color.
Yes, I have. Matter of fact, I think I've run into more just absolutely stupid fucking white dudes than I have black dudes. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And trash comes in every color.
Yeah, stupid comes in every color.
And that too. Yeah.
Exactly. I agree, guys, but here's the thing. So they have to have more children by multiple women.
Yeah.
And they're earning income. I don't know. Maybe it's Taco Bell. Maybe it's $8 an hour, and they're mostly everything they make has got to go to 4 different women that they
Well,
knock
yeah.
up.
Look, I get what you're saying, but that's still a pretty broad fucking brush, man.
I had 6 stepmothers.
Yeah, right.
My daddy moved in 17 different women in 1 year, right?
Oh, Jesus.
They all wanted to rule my life. And I was like, you're not my flipping mom. Look, I'd take care of my family. I'd do the laundry. I'd go shopping. Stay the hell out of my way. I was 11, right? I got my ass beat a whole lot. I'm just saying that I think if they did.
No, I get what you're saying. I've actually read into a lot of that shit where they start talking about, you know, the fucking size of the skull and the diameter of the brain pan and all that shit. And I don't know, man, like Wiz said, and like I said, I think, you know, there's definitely stupid in every race. And I think that I think it sells black people short to just, you know, just to assume that that's necessarily true. Cause
Honestly, I don't care what your IQ is. The whole thing is about what you spawn, your reproduction, right?
Okay.
So
But
somebody
Stevie,
that's
you got me
$8
thinking I was
an
born a poor black child.
I was born a poor black child.
And somebody that
Hello there, mama. What we gonna do?
Baby should never be a business if we make it universal. Hey, one job, you got to
dead
come
right
up with
about that.
you got, and women don't profit because most of the time women take off with the children, and sometimes it's a need to be, but they already get food stamps, they get government housing, and then eventually they move in some dude. So that dude's money is their money. The dude that they had the shot, it's a racket.
Hey,
look, there's a guy on YouTube. His name is Tommy Sotomayor, and he talks about this very specific issue in the black community a lot. And if you want a really clear, smart perspective, watch his videos. He's great. I'm subbed to his channel. He's a really smart guy.
I think he does the welfare queens and stuff like that.
Yeah, the hair-hatted hooligans.
See, you and I, we can't bring that stuff up, right? Because we're white and we would be.
See, I don't buy that either. I'll talk about anything I fucking damn well please.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I mean, honest to God, I don't buy into that one bit. You know,
I'm not going to play that game. I like Carpenter Patriot.
I'm not going to complain about the world without coming up with a solution. So I see a lot of really good men that are thrown into poverty. You want to talk about oppression? You look at a
absolutely,
father
dude.
that
the family court systems are a fucking absolute fucking racket against men. It's like the man hammer, you know.
Hey, I've got the best divorce story, and it's all mine. I don't know anybody that has a good one, but I do. It's funny as shit.
All right.
Yeah, I'll tell you sometime.
Okay.
Now, you want me to tell you right now?
Yeah.
No, you can.
Oh shit! All right. I show up to the attorney's office the morning of my divorce.
Right.
And the attorney looks at me and says, you don't need me today. And I was like, oh shit, he's gonna bail on me the morning of the fucking court.
Yeah.
Fuck. You know, I was
Right.
going, oh God. Well, he turns around, he hands me a manila folder. It's got 2 documents in it: my divorce, my marriage certificate, and her divorce decree from her previous husband.
Right.
And he says, you show that to a judge, that's all you need to do. He's going to close that court case right then and there.
Why? She was never divorced.
Well, she wasn't divorced at the time we got married.
Ah.
Okay. So I didn't realize that when we got married, or that.
Right.
Probably
Yeah. Well, you'd think that might be an issue.
Right. Well, you know, and he hands me a check for, you know, $625, which you have to get him that $700 check. Yeah. So he hands minus the $75 for discovery for 2 documents. And I'm sitting there going, oh shit, this is going to suck.
Right.
Okay. So I get to the courthouse and I show up right on the money, walk in the doors. Right.
Yeah.
And they're looking at me going, are you Mr. Hanks's representation? I was like, no, I'm Mr. Hanks. Thank you very much. He goes, well, where's your representation? I was like, well, the funny thing is, I just came from his office and he said he didn't need to represent me today. He said, I need to show you a couple documents. May I approach the bench? And he says, not right yet. No. And he does, because they hadn't started the court yet.
Right.
So he starts up the court. I finally get my chance to go in front of the bench. And I said, he goes, let me see these papers here. And I hand him the divorce decree and the
Marriage license.
marriage license. I was like, yeah. And I says, you might want to notice the dates on those documents. And he goes, oh. Well. And he calls my ex up to the stand. You're coming in front of the bench, and he's talking to her, and he presents the documents, and he asks her to identify the documents and verify her signature and make sure verify that the date on that document's correct.
Yeah.
And he shows us. Then he shows her the marriage certificate. She tells the court, you know, And he goes, and you're sure these dates are correct on these documents? And she goes, yeah. And he goes, okay, then. He picks up his gavel. Pow! Case dismissed. Get out of my court.
Right.
Her attorneys, both of them, and her entire family was there. Her mom, her dad, her sister, and their kids. Her brother and his kids, and an aunt and their kids. And
oh, geez, it was a day out for the family.
Oh yeah, it was gonna rail me, man. I mean, we had 3 kids together. They were all under 11. Yada yada yada.
Oh yeah.
So we had a big house and lots of vehicles, and I had big retirement plans and all that jazz, all the trappings of a successful businessman.
There you go.
And she was going to get it. She was going to take the kids and all the shit. She was going to get the house and all this, whatever, till that happened.
Yeah, right.
So she had all the attorneys hired, all that shit. Her attorneys, the judge did that and brought down a gavel, and their jaw. I turned around and looked at her attorneys, and their jaws literally hit the table.
Yeah.
Okay. They were like, what? They just watched this giant, case that they thought they was going to make all kinds of money on just go to shrivel.
Yeah. Disintegrate under their feet. That's nice.
Exactly. So I turned around before he called court out. I was like, well, Your Honor, may I ask you a question? He goes, yeah, go ahead. I was like, well, in this case, am I married or am I not married?
Right.
And he goes, well, the document says you're married, but the facts say that it was illegal.
Yeah.
I was like, so what does that mean? Do I file married from here on? I get in trouble or some shit?
Null and void, man.
He goes, no, you can still file married. I was like, he says, because you got the document. And I was like, this is confusing, but I'll take your word for it. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Right.
And I walked out the door just laughing my ass off, dude, because they didn't know all that shit. Because all their families all by this time, all guys have been back and forth and all. What the fuck? The attorneys are approaching the judge and trying to run for the chambers to talk to the judge and all this. I'm just laughing my ass off all the way down this giant, where the pergola was. Then I'm walking down the stairs and it's echoing throughout. And I'm just laughing
Yeah.
my ass off, dude.
Okay,
How the fuck?
so guys, I don't know. So if you have a child with a woman and then she hops many states. So, see, I had a really sleazy, my second husband, very sleazy. I mean, after we got married, there were children with curly hair just walking up with the mothers in my driveway. And then one woman called, and I thought it was his sister. And apparently, it was a one night stand when he was singing in a band. So he used to race cars, and he was all that in a bag of chips, right?
Right.
So this woman calls, and apparently, she has a child that's 16 years old. Needs to know who his daddy is. So contestant number one wasn't the daddy. Contestant number two wasn't the daddy.
Right.
In 3 months, I learned two states of child support and.
Cleveland,
So the
Ohio.
one
You are not
girl
the
he
father.
knew that he thought he knew was he was the daddy of. So she
Right.
moved to Maine. She took the child away, and I'm like, I'm researching all this, and I said she's out of jurisdiction. She's got a Maine lawyer. Can't do that. She lived here in Florida. She had the baby in Florida. She took the baby from Florida. She didn't even alert the police. So all that she paid a lawyer out of jurisdiction. Bam. That lawyer was like, he's got somebody good giving him advice. That was me.
Right.
So the second woman, that contestant number one, so there's a specific law in some states that states if the woman was married 10 months prior to conception and 10 months after, you do not have to take that DNA test.
Right.
Um, right. So not a lot of men know that. So women sometimes they're a little sleazy, whatever. They got issues. They go out. They get men do it too, right? So I'm not biased in that. In any event, I alerted my husband, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't have to give a DNA. But of course, here's a 16-year-old kid. Now he's got mental issues.
Right.
He's his daddy. Right. So Johnny fell into the trap. And we wanted to I'm like, look in your damn yearbook in ninth grade. You spit that child out, right? They look the same. So he fell into the trap. And even after all the years, now she was getting rental assistance. She was
Oh
collecting
yeah.
disability. She had 4 children by 3 different men. She was getting food stamps, and this woman is racking up over $5,000 a month.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
He literally, like, he got paid piecework. He
Got to
worked.
know how to pimp the system, darling.
He got paid piecework. He worked for Toyota, and one week was really bad, so he had to pay back support because he wanted to do right by the child, not the one he knew was his child. We fetched that up.
Right.
So literally, he had a really bad week. I mean, it was around 9/11, right? So he literally went from $64,000 a year to maybe 48,000. So immediately after it's filed, 9 months later, you're already in arrears. It's a screwed up system.
Yeah. Right.
He got a 300 and I'm gonna guess $27 paycheck. They took that whole paycheck, and I'm telling you, we lost his house.
Yeah.
We lost everything, and like I'm a keyboard warrior, and
Well,
I'm
but
on
that's what they want to
right,
do. They want to destroy the man. That's the goal.
and it's been happening. It's been happening since 2000. So I don't know. I want to talk. Senator Tom Cotton, okay, Arkansas. I wrote him and I'm like, hey, let's talk equality. Here's what we can do. You're raking men. They have no hope. They can't get with another woman. They can't start another family. Who would want them?
Right.
They're in debt and they can go to jail and lose their license over debt. Debtor's jail was abolished a long time ago.
Right.
And yet, this shit shows up on credit. But I'm just
Well,
saying, I mean, we were living in a tent in a campground,
I
and
hate to sound like a
Jimmy had
broken
money
record, but it's because the
to do it.
leftists took over everything, including the courts.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's been a plan. It's been a plan for a long time, and nobody. This was just a sleaze bucket, a one night stand
Right.
that was taken $1,200. That was our mortgage, right? And then there was the second mortgage. We lost the house. We were living in a tent and we didn't even have money for cigarettes and beer, right?
Oh, wow.
I mean, I'm just saying, yeah, equality is a big thing. So why does little Johnny next door get 1,200 a month and little Sally get 100? Aren't we
Yeah,
talking
right.
about equality? Just saying. I mean, that's just an aspect. Maybe we all need to write a bunch of senators on equality and say, "Wow, equality is so important. Why is
Right.
little Johnny worth more than little Sally? Because they talk. My daddy gives my mama
Right.
$1,200 a month, and little Sally's sitting there going, "Well, my daddy's in jail because he couldn't pay 200, right?"
Hmm.
So let's stop the nonsense. Daddy needs to come up with $50. Mama needs to come up with. If you can't raise a child on $100 a week, I could do that standing on my head. Man, I could raise three cats, a parrot, a man, and a woman. Well, without the rent, just feeding and clothing. I can do all that.
Phoebe could feed a small Lithuanian village for that kind of money.
Right? So, I'm not going to complain about the system. I'm going to give a solution, right? Because that's what I do.
Yeah, man.
$100 a week? Fuck yeah, they be living high on the hog, man.
Yeah.
But the woman has to come up with 50, and the man, because the woman can go through career centers. She gets food stamps. She gets child care. She gets housing. Why should she be
Medical
getting
insurance,
400?
cash payments, Section 8
Right.
housing.
Right.
So she's totally sucking off the welfare system and making some dude pay through the nose. And so make it 50-50, literally $50. Here, this money goes into an account. And you know what? You know the best part of it?
Hold on for a second. I have to clarify something. No, I did not. This is sick pet, sick chat. I did not get the governor personally. I got his person in the office, as it were. Apparently she was the whatever intern was answering the phone that day.
Just show up.
All right, man.
Hey guys, I got to crash, man. It's
Yep, I was just gonna say I think I'm about ready to call it. It's 2 a.m., boys and girls. It is well past the witching hour, and I think we're gonna wrap this up. Man, we had a great talk. We had a great night, man. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat, what do you think? Post in the comments. Good night, bad night, mixed reviews.
Scott, make sure you bookmark those shows. They're very informative. Much love. Thanks for having me on your panel.
Right on.
Yeah, thanks for having me up, and God bless you, and dream well, Patriots.
Yes, sir. Dream well. Everybody have a good night.
Much love. God bless.